Toe Morning Show.
Good evening and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm alone, not esoterically, just for the show for a little bit. First half hour, 40 minutes. Fridays in the fall and winter are the worst in terms of for the audience for Steel Toe, because you've got baseball playoffs, NFL. You've got April gone, dropping off the kids until like 7:30, 7:45. So you have literally just me with multiple more entertainment options for yourself. Shit. Welcome anyway. We've got a great show for you tonight. Plenty of stuff to talk about. I did not expect having to discuss this morning's show not being available on YouTube anymore. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, and I have to get the locals and Patreon folks the members only show from last night. Boy, I am just fucking up. I was down here like all afternoon until the kids got out of school today because I had to cut so many clips. Next Monday night, the Vikings play the 49ers. We're going to put a big, long marathon best of show on for you. And we're going to premiere it, and I hope you guys watch, and I hope you have a good time and all that shit. But I'm gathering a bunch of clips so we can have a big clip bonanza show for you next Monday. And while I was down clipping the show, I got a notification that DAZN blocked this morning's episode. But luckily, Rumble hasn't. So you can go on Rumble, Steel Toe Morning Show, our Rumble channel, and you can go check that out. You can go watch this morning's show. Nobody's blocked it. Nobody got rid of it. I was going to put our Dylan Dennis, Logan Paul clip up on YouTube today. And DAZN took it down before it could even premiere. So I did some fixing and some cutting on that. And that'll be able to play tomorrow afternoon. I think we're putting that up before that story gets too old. So yeah, go over on Rumble. Even if you're subscribed on YouTube, follow on Rumble too, because even if you don't like using Rumble for the live stream, which is fine, half our audience does, the other half is over on YouTube. Great. But it's good for a backup. Use it the way we use it, as our primary Steel Toe place when we get suspended from YouTube. So if a video goes down, this morning's show is very good, by the way. Go to Rumble, get an account. I don't even think you need to get an account, and just go watch the show there. We appreciate it. So, we had that. We had a clip get taken down, so I had to put the Sniper Wolf Jax Films clip up instead. Oh, my God. Just weird shit. Weird shit going on for today. We got the Chrissy Show coming up on Saturday. Chrissy Mayer, Lila Hart, Nick Ricada, myself. It's going to be very busy. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. There's less than 50 left. So we're very... April and I are really starting to get excited, starting to put everything together for that. Just a real busy week. The number today is 2... Where'd it go? Oh, no, I lost my copy-paste. What a dick. The number tonight is 215. I'm going to shut the fuck up about it. Everybody chip in a little bit. There's all the Venmo, PayPal, Streamlabs links in the chat. Everybody throw in a little bit, and I'll shut the fuck up until 9:55. We'll rattle the little offering plate at the end, see if we can't knock out that number and get an extra 30 minutes of show at the end. Good? then we're good. Let's keep up with you guys. Let's go visit the chats. Rumble's starting a little slow tonight. Hung Solo says, thanks for killing another TV icon. Who am I getting blamed for this time? Suzanne Summers? I always confuse Suzanne Summers and Sally Struthers. Are they both dead now? The fat one's still alive, ironically. You know, you just can't figure these things. But Suzanne Summers, the one Step by Step and Three's Company, she died. She had breast cancer. Those giant tits rotted out. What are you going to do? She was 70-some years old. All your 70s icons, if they're not dead already, they're going to start dropping off pretty soon. It's just getting to be about that time. I always said the real depressing one for me, the one that's going to make me feel really old, is when Michael Jordan dies. When Michael Jordan goes, I'm going to be like, oh, shit. That's going to be like my own mortality. When the sports heroes of my childhood start dropping like flies, you know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won't be a fun one either. Because even though he was done by the time I was watching sports and I was a kid in the 90s and shit, he was still omnipresent. Like, he was on everything. They always went to Kareem for commentary and shit like that. Kareem dies. Joe Montana, Michael Jordan, that's all going to start the holy shit, I'm getting old kick. Once all that stuff happens. And I assume as soon as Brad Radke from the Minnesota Twins dies, then I'm fucked. Then I'm going to die. I think I was in high school when Radke was pitching. So that'll be the end of that. But no, I did not kill Suzanne Summers. I didn't give her tit cancer. She did that all on her own. Probably tanning or something. Hung Solo says, at least there is 80s hair metal. Yeah, they'll be dropping dead pretty soon, right? Okay, that's, something to look forward to, right? Let's go to YouTube. Let's see what you guys are talking about. And yes, we will check in on Kick as well later tonight. Hulkamasha Baby says, tried using Rumble for the replay. Took me 20 minutes to listen to 3 with the lag and buffering. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That really does suck. So here's the options you have. We have more than ever. Facebook, Steel Toe Morning Show on Facebook, Twitter, Kick, YouTube, and Rumble. So when YouTube gets banned, when we get our video blocked on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, Twitter, Facebook are all the things you can use to access the show. That's not bad. Hobo Chili Recipe says the number's 215, folks. When Aaron was 10, that's how much he weighed. You know, Hobo Chili's just upset that we talked about tater tot hot dish this morning. He had to find out what it was. And I get it. It's disgusting. It's awful. It's terrible. What are you going to do? But look, it got brought up in the chat. I just wanted to educate people. That's all. I didn't know 2 big fat Midwestern pigs were going to cook us gruel slop with potatoes on top of it. Kill me. Well-trained house Negro says, come on, guys, 250 viewers is all we need. Once football starts, that number goes from like 350, which is respectable. I'm happy with that. To like with the Rumble and the YouTube, it goes to like, if we, I'm just like, oh, please get over 300 on a football night. And then the baseball playoffs started a couple weeks ago, and they wrung our guts out and just went, fuck your show. Shit. I guess that's what you get for not playing to a female demographic more. When only 7% of your audience is female, sports is going to fuck you right in the ass. Rupert says VIPs get a free beer, right? Yeah, just get in touch with April or myself before the show. Let us know you're coming. We will put you on a special list. We're either going to do, we're probably just going to do a voucher. We'll give you a ticket. We'll instruct the bar. That ticket means you're on a drink on the Steel Toe tab. And there we go. That's it. Then we have to worry about our audience stealing that ticket roll and then trying to use it all night long. You know what? I'll just burn it once the show starts. Skeezy says, damn, that goal getting bigger every day. What is that? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? 215 is a small one for the evening show. The morning show audience got you 35 in, which was very, very nice of them. So repay it and get them 35 in for tomorrow. Hobo Chili Recipe says, Aaron, I'm going to donate you my Thigh Master because you need it badly. My mom had one of those growing up. She had the Thigh Master. All suburban moms in the 90s bought into the Thigh Master. It was just a stupid fucking squeezy thing. That was it. Guy Sartell says opera is in the hospital in critical condition. The entire opera? Philharmonic? Who? What are we talking? No, that's an orchestra. That's a terrible joke. What do we mean opera? I think he's trying to say Oprah, but he's dumb. Nebo says it's Wayne Gretzky for him. Oh, and Wayne Gretzky dies? That's going to be a rough one for you. I get that. Loaded Wrench says mine's Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson was supposed to be dead when I was a kid. And he's just still hanging in there. Hobo Chili Recipe says mine's Harvey Fierstein. Oh, I survived AIDS and monkeypox. There's no way I'm going away ever. I have to call my lawyer. Oh, him in Independence Day was just such badly placed comic relief. Bernie Kosar says Amanda Hug and Kiss. Isn't he another one who had like just an awful fucking health-wise? Wasn't he big into booze and drugs? I could be lying about him now. MC Search died. Did he really? MC Search, we lost MC Search? You lying sack of shit. He's 56 years old and he's alive and well. How dare you make me think that Mr. Pop Goes the Weasel dropped dead. Mr. Q says, now you know how I felt when Dick Butkus died. Yeah, if you're older than I am, when Dick Butkus died, you're like, God damn, Butkus, really? I'm next. Magnum DUI says, Biden died 3 times last year. Nobody cares. Doc Brewski says, friendly reminder, Eric July fans are retarded cult members. Can we talk about that for a second? If you motherfuckers get me into that Eric July Rippaverse ISOM shit, I'm going to be really mad. So it started like a week ago where a fan of ours goes, Aaron, would you like to comment on the ISOM Rippaverse thing? And it was a verse type of deal that I knew nothing about. And you have no idea how happy I was that I didn't know anything about it. That it was a stupid gay internet thing that I knew nothing about. And I'm like, oh, no idea. Well, then it starts with Zen Rhino then sending me an email explaining it to me and sending me a few Reddit links. And as soon as I saw that they were Reddit links, I went, this is going to be fucking awful. And sure enough, I read it and I'm like, this is gay. Stop it. I just wanted to yell at everyone who's interested in it. Stop it. I have watched so many people just become retards because they can't let Stuttering John Melendez go. A sidekick from a radio show in the 90s. They couldn't let a sidekick from the radio go in the 90s, and they've all turned into the saddest, retarded, special needs high school class you've ever seen. And I really don't want to see these Eric July Rippaverse people end up that way. And I don't think they will, because the Stuttering John thing just kind of started out as bullying and stayed bullying. Like it was, and what's weird is we're all bullying. Like everyone in that world is bullying a guy far more successful than they've ever been or ever will be. That's the strangest thing. And then like we did it for a few months. And then I think in November of last year, it's been a year. We said, yeah, we're done. This is fucking gay now. Like the guy says he's done. We just kind of made fun of him when he had funny moments on his show. It wasn't like, yeah, let's fucking get him. It was just like, no, he's a wacky character. And when he does wacky shit, we'll talk about it. And other people, they ended up, it became golden handcuffs because like they were making all this money talking about John. And then they didn't know how to make money doing anything else. So now a year later, they're still talking about John. And now they're fighting with each other. And now this guy's a piece of shit and that guy's a piece of shit. But remember, John's always a piece of shit. And it's, I got to be honest, outside looking in, it's embarrassing. So when I heard about this Rippaverse thing and this Eric July, I went, oh no, is this going to be another stupid gay thing? And sure enough, now videos have been popping up for me on Twitter because now it's in my algorithm. Because Zen Rhino sent me the email. I clicked on a couple of things. I've been saying Rippaverse and Eric July into this microphone. For those of you who don't know, here's what I know so far. Here's what I've learned from the morning show today to the evening show tonight. Apparently, Eric July is black. There we go. That's number one. Did not know he was black when I was talking about him this morning. I just assumed white because people went, oh, he's a comic book writer. And I'm like, there are no black comic book writers. It doesn't exist. Black people don't have time for that stupid shit. Well, this black guy does. And this black guy, here's how I understand the Rippaverse thing now, and you can all correct me if I'm wrong. People told this Eric July that his comic books weren't very good. And then he went mental. And he started striking people who talked about him. He started, people found out that ISOM, his comic books, weren't copywritten. So then they encouraged this Lutheran ministry to sue him. And now this Lutheran ministry is suing him for use of their trademark. And now he, I guess, is feeding the trolls all over the place and responding to everybody when he goes to stream. And they're trolling the shit out of him. And it's just... Does it sound exhausting and gay the way I'm explaining it? Because this is what I know so far. He went on a stream with Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta tried to give him legal advice. Being a lawyer and all, you'd think he'd know what the fuck he's talking about. And this Eric July was just convinced that he could apparently hit people and cut them if they said bad things about him in a parking lot. So then I went to, I said, you know what? If I'm going to see this Rippaverse Eric July thing, I'm going to see it through the eyes of my guys, my favorites, the people I go to tell me what's going on. Royce and Mersh, Revenge of the Sis. So I watched their clip on it from last week. I watched it and I went, this is fucking insane. This is stupid. What? And I think it was Mersh who said it perfectly. This whole Rippaverse thing could have been done. This whole Eric July thing could have been done if people would have said to this Eric July guy, hey, I think your comic books are shit. You don't know how to write. And he would have went, well, that's your opinion, man. And we're done. That's it. Like every other stupid drama community on the internet, this all could have been dealt with if one party would have said, you suck, and the other one said, fair enough, wish you the best. That's it. But now, I saw a clip, and again, fuck all of you if you end up getting me into this shit. If you get me watching this shit, I'm going to be mad. So I watched a clip. Today he was on some stream and they were talking about this Eric July thing. He starts talking about Israel and Palestine. And then he starts comparing the shit he's going through now to Israel and Palestine. And I'm like, it was another moment where I go, if I get sucked into this anymore, I'm going to be mad at myself and I'm going to project that onto everybody else. And by the way, to those of you who are new to this show, when I do this isn't me legitimately being upset. This is supposed to be a humorous rant. Don't get scared. Don't be alarmed. It's not a real mental breakdown. Just a man being overtly honest with how disappointed in himself he is. Esoterically. Derek Andrews says the Rippaverse is no Dabbleverse, my friend. Great. Devil Pub says Aaron is in stereo on my TV. He's fucking loud. Yeah, I get that. You can turn your TV down. I give you plenty of volume. That's for sure. Hobo Chili Recipe says black people don't have a lot of time for anything because they're lazy. God damn. Why? Loaded Wrench says he kept calling you Cracker and you didn't know? He called me Cracker? Why would he call me Cracker? I haven't said anything about the guy. He's not going to call me Cracker. He'd call me friend. I'm giving him advice. Just tell these people they're right and then move on with your books and shit. Write me a fucking gay Batman. All right, let's go to Ryobi. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, did you hear what this guy was saying about you this afternoon?
Who?
Did you only catch a few clips of the show?
Who?
The fucking idiot, the guy, the comic book dude.
The Eric July guy was talking about me?
Yeah.
What did I even say?
Yeah. You must have only heard some of the clips. I can't believe you're going to take this shit. He was insulting your wife. He was
no, he was. You're trying. No, fuck you. You almost.
Too.
No,
I can't believe
fuck
you're
you.
Take it.
You almost got me. You almost got. I'm not getting into this shit.
So close.
I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, you want to bet you'll be in it in 3 days.
Can I tell you something?
Days.
Can I tell you something? I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
I got a little excited. There's something wrong with me. When you said he said something about me, I'm like, oh, I'll tear this motherfucker up. And then I went, no, you're not getting involved with some black guy writing comic books. No, why?
Think of what you could do with these comic book dorks.
What could I add to this Eric July situation?
Tell him he's not really a comic book illustrator, that he's just a tracer and you can go through that whole fight. You know the movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
It's Holden McNeil and Banky Chasing Amy.
Yep. There you go.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Yep. You got it.
See that? He almost got me involved in that shit. I almost bit. He's like, you hear what he said about you? Now, I will say this. This Eric July guy seems allergic to criticism. And look, being criticized isn't fun. I get criticized all the time. You know, at some point you have to come to peace with the idea that some people don't like you. In fact, on the internet, if you do a broadcast of any kind, you have to learn to thrive on the fact that some people don't like you. It's going to make you more likable to other people, more hateable to others, more polarizing, and that's going to make you more popular. There are so many people who get mad that I don't get mad when they get mad. Like, there are people who shit on me in the comments, and I'll leave a comment like TLDR, or I'll be like, hey, man, that's cool. You know, I just did it to a guy now. He wrote something about how I'm a piece of shit and I suck and all this other stuff. And I went, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm really sorry you think that way, but, you know, the show will still be on when you come back, and sorry we made you feel like that. And their response when you write that is always, yeah, look at you, you piece of shit. I criticized you, and now you're being a smartass. I'm like, not being a smartass. I'm just, like, they want you to, like, get mad at them, and when you go, that's fine, man, we're doing our thing over here, we're happy with what we're doing, if you want to come on back, we'll be here doing a show. And he's like, see, that's why people fucking hate you. And I'm like, but no, I wasn't being sarcastic. I really meant, hey, sorry you don't like the show. If you ever decide to come back, we'll be here. No, fuck you. So just take your lumps. But this Eric July guy goes and talks to, NF Caps is right. Nick Rekieta did not give him legal advice. That's a technical term. One of many legal perspectives Nick Rekieta gave him. And I'm just watching this Eric July guy talk to a lawyer on a stream. And this black comic book writer guy just goes, no, I can do this. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm watching the Revenge of the Sis clip. And I'm going, motherfucker, he's a lawyer. He knows what he's talking about. And then Dick Masterson is fucking with the guy. And he's just, and I think Mersh said it best when he said, this all could have ended with him just going, yeah, I guess you think I suck then. No big deal. All right, moving on. Next comic book. But you guys are not dragging me into this in any way, shape, or form. Loaded Wrench says, I sent your application in already. You're a member now. Devil Pup says, stop talking about it and get yourself out of it. I'm trying. But you know me. I have to tell you what I think. You guys showed me a thing, and now I have to tell you what I think about it. Then I have to keep repeating to myself, you're not getting into this. Steel Toe Bloat Show in the chat says, I bet he said you're fat. And I saw earlier you wrote that I love tater tot hot dish. Thank you. Loaded Wrench says, him and Chad are going to jump you. It's the least scary jump ever. Well-trained house Negro says, he definitely called you a fat slob. I know, because everyone that meets you does. Hobo Chili says, Aaron, call him something offensive. Antique farm equipment. Troublesome neighbor. Shitty writer. Apparently that's the one that Eric July, it's like you could look at him and just go N-word and he'd be like, whatever, what are you going to do? Hey, you're a subpar comic book writer. Don't fucking strike your channel, you piece of shit. Whoa. Calm down, N-word. No, I would never, that would be a horribly inappropriate thing to say. Nick Rekieta says it all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I've never privately spoken to Nick outside of a couple of DMs one time. And those were just cock picks, so I don't think that's really a conversation per se. Thank you very much to Scarface with $4.99 says, don't mess with Eric July. He'll call you a white bread N. Maybe I'll call him Eric June or something.
Home run, Jefferson. Go to break.
He called Masterson a white N-word. You could have fun with this. No, I don't want to. Doc Brewski says July did call Rekieta a white bread ass ninja. Oh, God. Jeremy S. just writes, dragging you in. As long as this July guy doesn't say anything about us, I think I'm free and clear after I comment on it tonight. Skeezy says, stop being so reasonable, you piece of shit. Right, that's what they do. They'll sit there and they'll go like, Lord knows, like between Rumble and YouTube, we've only got like 800 people watching, between like 650 and 800 people watching us at a time in the morning, 300 to 400 in the evening. Like, we're a very small show. We make our little living and we make it work, and that's wonderful. I'm very thankful for the audience we have. So I can't get mad when someone says, you suck, you're a nobody. I'm like, well, yeah, it's very clear. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Clearly we are. And then they'll be, you fucking suck, I hate you. I'm like, that's all right. Looks like we're not for you. And then you upset people, and they'll be like, see, you're arrogant and you're smug. I'm like, no, you just said you hate me. Like, what would you almost, it's like having a bad girlfriend that you're breaking up with, and you're just looking at them going, why don't you just tell me what you'd like me to say to you, and then I'll just repeat that back. You seem to be having some trouble. Aaron is going to fuck around and end up on the list. The white bread Wonder Boy N-word list. Is that what I'm going to be? Elizabeth Me says, sure, you aren't staying out of anything. I have been here less than 10 minutes. I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it. I'm not doing anything. Annoyed Quick Trip supervisor with $5 says you are 2 YouTubes away from being a trailer park Wawa store announcer. 2 YouTube. Do you mean 2 YouTube strikes away? I got to decipher that one. Thank you, buddy. 2:05 away from overtime tonight. Thank you guys for chipping in. SH says, how does Gino feel about you having Nikki Rackett sleep over this weekend? I don't believe Rakata's sleeping over this weekend. Certainly if everyone gets drunk at the show, I think he's out a bit from here. Certainly if people get drunk at our show and need a somewhere to crash, that's fine. But no, Nick Rakata and I do not have a sleepover planned. I don't believe. Loaded Wrench says, Eric July wants to box you, Aaron. Obo says, Eric says your fists have no value. CJ says, Chrissy probably has experience with July from Friday Night Tights. I'm curious about her perspective. I want to have Rakata on Friday when Chrissy's here over on Rumble, and I want to ask him, I just want to be like, what the fuck is this? What did all of my audience turn me on to, and what the shit is everyone fighting about? It's like, remember we talked about the Sniper Wolf Jax Films thing this morning, and we were like, why don't you guys all just let this blow over? Like, just give this a couple of minutes, and it's gonna go away. I promise. All right, guys. Hobo Chili Recipe says, Eric says you're a foxy boxer. Well, God damn it. Dr. Jank says, aren't you doing an event with Nick? If so, Eric gonna know you. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Nick's going to be there this Saturday. By the way, less than 50 tickets left for this weekend's show. Get them on Eventbrite for Chrissy Mayer and Lila Hart coming to town. Very excited about that. Hobo Chili Recipe says, hi, Eric July. My name is Hobo Chili. First of all, you people need to calm down. I mean, you are prone to high blood pressure and bouts of rage. Be a good little hobo, for Jesus Christ's sake. Thank you for the $5. That was horrifically mean and hostile of you, sir. 200 away from tonight. Thank you, Hobo Chili. Doc Brewski says, Chrissy better not fuck around. She'll get a loyalty test, too. I'll say this about Chrissy. I would be disappointed if her response was anything but, and this is kind of her response to this stuff usually in general, I would be surprised if her response was anything but, this is stupid. You know, this is stupid. Just let everybody play it out, whatever. Like, Chrissy's having a baby. And congratulations to Chrissy and Frank, by the way. Like, she's having a baby. I'm sure she gives less than a fuck about this whole Eric July thing. Which is why I'm not getting involved. All right, fine. Maybe I'll make a clip to capitalize it of this little rant here. And then I'm done. I'm not talking about it. We're done. Gurmy says Nick Rakata is going to be there. Yes, I've only said this 9,000 times. Nick Rakata is going to be there, and he's going to be performing. We're going to put his ass up on stage, make him do 5-10 minutes. And I think Chrissy wants to do a streaming thing after, too. But you guys can obviously walk around and drink and fuck around and do whatever you want during that. But yeah, get your tickets. I'll put the link in the chat right here. And you guys can come out and hang out. And yeah, if you're a Steel Toe VIP, let us know. And we'll give you a certificate for a free drink. Free drink. Loaded Wrench says, Eric said he'll read you a comic book when he puts you to sleep. That's a fun gimmick, right? Like if you were like an influencer boxer, but you're also a comic book writer and you knock a guy out and then you read him a comic book. It's look, everybody needs a gimmick, right? All right, guys, let's get into some stuff tonight. We got April coming in a few minutes. Again, not getting involved. CJ says you're not getting involved because you're also pregnant. No. I didn't say I'm not getting involved because I'm pregnant. I said Chrissy's not getting involved because she's pregnant. She got better things to worry about. I'm not pregnant. Guy Sartell says, why are these people coming to Sartell? I told them that we could book a comedy show for them and we could fill up a room, and we're going to do that. So they decided to come out and hang out with you, Guy. Is that okay? Yes, Von Kaiser from this morning. Sue Sniper Wolf. Hobo Chili says, Aaron, he's talking mad shit about April, calling her a preteen bumpkin gash. It's actually way too... you know what? People did show me some pieces of his comic books. He would never say that about her. That's way too creative a writing. Now, see, I don't give a shit about him. I don't mean to criticize his comic book. Don't get me involved in this shit. I'm not getting involved. EJ just posted the Jericho "You Made the List" gif and tagged Aaron. Oh, fuck. Chernobog says this is coming up on a half hour of not getting involved. See, I know how to do a bit. Thank you. Kraken Slappin says, congratulations on the baby, Aaron. No, I'm not having a baby. Chrissy's having a baby. CJ says, could have fooled me. I'm not the one having a baby. I promise. Annoyed Quick Trip supervisor with $5 says, I'm actually David Chandler. You best have a keg with my name on it for Saturday. Minnesota Gold. You know, if I were allowed to provide booze for the event, I would. 3rd Street Brewhouse, love those guys, gave me, I think we have 10 or 12 cases of Minnesota Gold Pounders. And I don't know how, and I think the date on them is like the end of November, early December. I don't know if that date really matters for beer as long as you keep it cold, but I'm not going to be able to drink all that beer by the end of the month. Or the end of next month, I should say. So I might need you guys to help me with that. Just a little bit. Matt Field says, does April know that you're pregnant? No, I'll break it to her today. Thank you, guys. You're inside of 200, by the way, in the first half hour. You guys are very nice. Thank you. 195. Appreciate it. All right. So far, I haven't been tagged in anything. I think this is the perfect time to get away from this stupid bullshit that you guys got me involved in, that I'm not involved in any way, shape, or form. At all. Doc Brewski says, I can't believe Chrissy is having a dirty guinea. I know, those dirty guineas just getting married now, knocking girls up now. It's remarkable. Skeezy says, who called April Bimbo Baggins this morning? That was gold. I think that actually got to her for a second. Was that Roots or Hobo? One of the Aristococks called April what is it? Bimbo Baggins. I mean, shit. I laughed. Hobo says, I guess Gino wasn't shooting blanks. Christ, the baby's going to come out smelling like garlic. No. Keanu is the one married to Gino. Frank is Chrissy. You know what? I'm actually proud of you for not knowing that. Rex Start parody account says, I have more beer than I can drink. Someone's doing well. Kip Smith writes, Eric July is stupid bullshit, and then quotes me. Now, wait a minute. I don't need you guys going on Twitter and then tagging me and tagging Eric July and putting fake quotes about me in there. I do not need you going on Twitter, tagging Eric July and then tagging myself and false quoting me. I'm not getting involved. Brown Nuts becoming a member for his 17th month says, hey, you beautiful pregnant girl. Hi. I feel pretty. Erebus says, I dare you to call the ISOM campaign a crowd-funded campaign. Oh, see, you guys are going to make me say dumb shit that I don't even know what it means, and then I'm going to find myself involved. I'm not getting involved. ISOM. First of all, I don't even know. That's his comic book, right? Is a crowd-funded campaign. What, did he do like a GoFundMe? Is he? You know what? No, don't answer because I'm not getting involved. Did this guy crowdfund his comic book and then claim it wasn't crowdfunded? I mean, if so, that's a shitty thing to do. But I'm not getting involved, so I don't know. So ISOM was crowdfunded? Okay. Interesting. Eric just called April Bimbo Baggins. That's copyright infringement. Now I'm in the fight. I'm striking his channel now. Zen Rhino has a short for us. All right, let's play it. What is it, Zen?
What is this July guy doesn't say anything about us? I think I'm free and clear after I comment on it tonight. What is this July guy doesn't say anything about us? I think I'm free and clear after I comment on it tonight.
Is that...
What is this July...
Oh, you made that clip and then you tagged him in it? D. Gulag says, Aaron versus Eric July on modern day debate. That would be a terrible debate. I don't know anything about the guy other than my audience asked about him and then started talking shit. So here's what the debate would be. He'd be like, I'm a comic book writer and I'm an artist and I'm this and that. And then they go, Aaron, time for your rebuttal. And I'd go, I'm going to have to take his word for it. I don't really have a comeback for that. I'm going to have to take you at your word. Number 2. There's Dead Game says he stole the name. Kip Smith says Isom was crowdfunded. Aaron Imholt. No, yeah, definitely don't go on Twitter and tag the both of us and false quote me. That would be terrible. Devil Pup says Aaron, stop talking. They're sucking you in. No, they're not. I'm not getting involved. I'm totally fine here because I'm not involved. See, I just went to my Twitter. I have 0 notifications about this. None. It's all just reposts of our show link today, and that's it. Likes of our show link today. That's all it was. Chevrolet JB says if he's a writer, shouldn't he be on strike? Now, don't go around saying that Aaron said Eric July isn't a real writer. I would never say something like that. CJ said he's kind of libertarianish. Oh, great. A libertarian comic book writer. Oh, great. You know what I love about libertarians who are like comic book writers and writers in general and stress that they're libertarian? These are the same people that like when a comic book puts like a trans person in it, they go, oh, wouldn't they just shut the fuck up and draw? Or wouldn't they just shut the fuck up and tell a story? And I agree with that. Just shut the fuck up, make me a good comic book. Not that I read it. I'm not 12. But I'm fucking kidding. I'm trying to make 0 friends in this whole thing. But, the same people who go, oh, yeah, you fucking don't put your politics in your comic books and then want to, like, do political commentary in comic books. It's like, well, wait a minute. You can't be okay with one side doing it and then not okay with another side doing it. Again, it's either all okay or none of it's okay. But I don't know anything about comic books. Dead Game says, watch the Rekieta interview. I'm not going to because I'm not getting involved. We're good. Are we good? Are we happy? Are we satisfied now? I don't know why I like doing this. There's something wrong with me, deeply. Von Kaiser with $10 over on PayPal. He's asking a very good question.
Is today Jimmy Shaker Day?
You never do know. We need to come up with a definitive Jimmy Shaker Day, for sure. 185 away for tonight. Thank you very much, Von Kaiser. We appreciate that. All of your links are there in the chat. All right, let's move on. I think I've said that a few times. I actually mean it this time. What was that, about 35 minutes? I'll jot that down in my notes for when I clip this out. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. I promise. Okay, let's start with Chicago tonight, shall we? We got April coming in a little bit. Oh, breaking news. Jake Paul returning to the boxing ring on December 15th. Opponent currently unknown. I don't know. Who would he fight? I guess KSI maybe? KSI's ready to go. He barely broke a sweat in that Tommy Fury fight. All they did was hug each other and barely land a punch. So Jake Paul could fight KSI or he could fight Nate Diaz again. I don't really know. Or a rematch with Tommy Fury, I guess. But December 15th is when Jake Paul is coming back. Well-trained house Negro says, Eric July is a libertarian until he is not, which happens to be a lot of the time for him. But do you really expect understanding basic economics and libertarian values from a... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, let's go to Chicago. April says, keep not getting involved. I'm almost home. You got to admit, it is pretty funny listening to me not get involved. All right, let's go check out the Bears game over the weekend. You know, I'm not trying to brag, but my Minnesota Vikings barely beat the 1-5 Chicago Bears. Again, like I'm not trying to brag or flex or anything like that, but my football team beat arguably the worst football team in the league, thanks to the strength of a late interception and a fumble returned for a touchdown. So you got to kind of celebrate us because we're incredible. It was an ugly win. We beat Chicago ugly. But the only thing uglier than our win over the Bears is maybe their season. It's so bad that, you know, usually when you see a game where the fans are punching each other out, it's a fan of one team punching out a fan of the other. I believe this next clip is just a Bears fan knocking out another Bears fan. Like, the season is so bad, they're just beating the shit out of each other. Remember that scene in Major League 2 where the Indians all just started fighting each other? And they had to throw out the entire team, game one of a doubleheader? That's kind of how this feels. Let's check out from the clip from TMZ Sports. Here it is. Oh, that wasn't even... Come on. I hate that shit. I hate that fucking sneaking up behind someone, punching them in the head, knocking them down, and thinking you did some shit thing. Oh, there should just be a social contract that kicks in. That one guy's picked out of the crowd to just bash that guy's head in for doing that. I guess they do have that social contract. It's called World Star Hip Hop. I apologize to Eric July. I did not mean that. Some people could conceive that as a racist comment. And I did not mean any offense, Eric July. In fact, I'm not getting involved, quite frankly.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
I mean, what did he do? Don't you love the passive Midwestern Minnesota Vikings fan? You know, he's kind of like trying to help someone, and then as soon as anyone runs toward him, he's like, all right, I'm fucking off. Nope, not my pig, not my farm. We'll check out in the article a little later here what set this guy off exactly, but Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys just hauls off and hits this mulatto gentleman. Oh,
shit! Oh, shit!
It's always the worst when they smack their face on the concrete when they can't get their arms out in time to protect themselves. That's always the worst. Oh, just right there. Yeah, just when the head goes conk right off the concrete. Shit. Now watch this Viking fan here try to help. And then Bubbles walks over towards him and he's like, I'm fucking off. I'm not doing anything, brother.
Shit! Oh, shit!
So this Vikings fan's trying to separate, and then he goes, you know what? I'm good. Oh, so that guy got up and I guess tried to press Bubbles. Bubbles wasn't having it, and he just pushed him back down. You can see that this guy's still woozy from getting hit. There he is right there. Look. Watch him go down. He just goes down easy. His legs aren't under him from when he got fucked up just a second ago. He probably still has no idea it's this guy who hit him. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck did he hit him for? The Viking fan's like, you got it, bro? All right, cool, we're good. And then, of course, some white woman just runs up in the middle. Excuse me, I can be of some assistance. No, just go over there, drink your Goose Island beer or whatever the fuck they drink in Chicago. Enjoy the game. What the fuck are you guys doing? The wild fracas happened at the game at some point during the Bears' tilt with the Vikings at Soldier Field Sunday when a group of men became so enraged with one another, they started brawling. At one point during the altercation, a man in a Walter Payton jersey was absolutely leveled by a Justin Fields supporter. And you can see in video from the scene, the punch seemed to briefly knock the man out. However, he got up before he was pushed back to the ground. We saw that. So, like, any reason that this happened, cops Cop said no arrests have been made. Bears lost the game 19-13. That's it. Just a guy in a Peyton jersey. No, wait, did the Fields guy knock out? Yeah, the Fields guy knocked out the Peyton guy. Oh. Seems kind of antithetical to his performance on the field, but oh well. SH says, yelling at your man when he's fighting is really helpful. Keep going, lady. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing better when two guys are fighting. You know, nothing breaks up two guys fighting better than some white woman going, guys, you should stop. Oh, yeah? Thank you for your input. Your opinion's valued here. Oh, is it really? No, not at all. In fact, shut the fuck up. It's harder to hit this guy when you're distracting me. Hobo Chili says, this guy has a better physique than Aaron, who is built like Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. All right. Fuck you, Hobo. I'm looking that one up. I'm going to be upset. Big Ed. Oh, fuck you already, and I'm just seeing a thumbnail. You piece of shit. I have a neck. That's Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. That is not fair. I don't, maybe like this I do, but not when I'm normal. Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. You know what? You know what? It's not even that it's an insult. It's that it's not a good insult, goddammit. You're better than that. You're better than that. Flimsy Slowhand says 34 should stay on the floor. Yeah, he got up on wobbly legs, and, you know, anytime you get up to go confront a guy and he just puts four fingers on you and gives you a little push and you go down, it's never a positive. Never helps your case. GZ's Tall says, is this footage of Eric July defending his warehouse? Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. And by the way, I'm not getting involved. But I guess people put like stickers with like super chats in real life on his warehouse door. I guess telling him he sucks or something. And he got mad about that and said he was going to beat people up. It's just retarded. I'm not getting involved. By the way, not getting involved. Mike Erb says, yelling stop is usually the best thing to do in a situation like this. Yeah, really nothing better. Nothing more productive than just going, hey, you guys, stop. It's, you know, a lot of wars have been stopped that way. People forget that. The Bears are blaming Palestine, says Loaded Wrench. Denied Anal with 199 says, yes, yelling and screaming always helps the situation. Lemmy says uncanny. It is not uncanny, my similarity to Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. Skeezy says, that's bullshit. Aaron can't grow a beard. Steel Toe Bloat Show says, Aaron's neck is bloated, though. This is not. I know that Lemmy and Steel Toe Bloat Show are having a good time. I need to tell you right now, I'm not having a good time. Does that matter? Does it matter to you? I am not having. In fact, some of this stuff I find insulting and a personal slander. Matt Field says, when the old lady yells at you when fighting, yell back telling her to calm down. Oh, yeah, it works equally as well. When you tell a white woman to calm down when they're shouting. They just stop immediately. Helgi says, a Vikings fan swoops in on a paraglider and air bombs opposing fans with lutefisk. Wow. You combined like 14 different things there. It's actually, I'm not even mad. I'm impressed that you were able to pull that off. Remember, this is a follow-up story, this next one here. Remember we talked about Antonio Brown this morning? And we made fun of Denied Anal says, you are denying the truth just like you denied anal. What? I don't look like Big Ed. I really don't even feel like I should have to defend myself about not looking like Big Ed. I just simply don't. Crew Smitty says Aaron has a fat neck. No, this is a conspiracy. This is all just a conspiracy. It has nothing to do with me. All right. Okay, don't talk in the background. Just come and sit down and talk on the show. I just hear chatter in the background. Jesus Christ. April's here, everybody. Get your headphones on and let's get moving. You are jumping on a moving train. And I have to tell you something. You better not dare think about getting involved with this Eric July Rippaverse thing, because we're not getting involved.
I'm afraid that Chrissy and Nick are going to make us be involved.
What?
Chrissy and Nick were both talking about it on Tax today. At length.
They can't get us involved. You know why?
I don't know why.
I'm not getting involved. I'm going to put up this one clip.
That does sound like you not getting involved.
Then I'm not getting involved.
Ever.
At all. I don't
Never,
think so.
Ever.
Who cares if this black guy writes shitty comics and pretends to be libertarian? I'm not getting involved.
Is he black?
He is black. We didn't know that this morning. We just heard comic book guy and we just assumed white.
I'm against it.
And you know what's weird? Is he's a black guy writing comics, but he's the dorkiest guy in this whole thing. But I'm not getting involved.
What did he do? I'll be honest, I wasn't listening that hard.
He handled criticism of his comic book really, really poorly.
That's it?
And then people jumped on him for it. And he just didn't handle it well.
I feel
That's
like
all.
we got to grow up over some comic books.
But that's what I said this morning. I was like, this whole thing sounds like people just need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, come on, guys.
But I think for the people who are fucking with this Eric July guy, they're kind of just going tee hee 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 hee. This is kind of fun. And then he's going, I'll strike your content and I'll sue and he's telling Nick Rekieta that if people put stickers on his warehouse at a business park that he can beat them up.
Oh, yeah, somebody did put stickers on his window.
Yeah, somebody put stickers on his window and he's like, yeah, I can cut him up. He said something to Nick Rekieta like, yeah, I can cut him over that or something.
Jesus.
It's like, no, you can't cut him.
Legally, no.
No.
You could physically. I just don't condone that behavior.
Yeah, I mean, you would be legally liable if you did something like that. Paul Polito says, I don't know, bro. I might believe you if you say I'm not getting involved 326 more times. You know what the title of my Rippaverse introduction video is going to be?
I bet it's not getting involved.
I'm not getting involved. That's what it's going to be called.
Oh, I believe you.
Dustin, becoming a baby boot for his 5th month, says, April, the new sunglasses are on point.
Thank you.
Congratulations on having on
Are
point
they new?
sunglasses.
New to you, maybe.
All right, guys, I got to move on here because, like I said,
You're not getting involved?
Not getting involved. I thought about it.
Yeah.
I've discussed it in my head with my brain trust.
With yourself.
And you know what I've decided?
You're not gonna.
Not getting involved. Yeah.
I believe you. I have faith
Thank you.
that you're not going to get involved. I have faith you're going to drop it.
Not getting, yeah.
Not even looking at it.
Right. That reminds me, if you go out tomorrow, could you grab stickers? I have an idea.
What kind of stickers?
Just some blank stickers that I can write messages on.
I have some. I have those, my name is stickers.
Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to not get involved. Perfect.
Oh, I get it. Like stickers on a building.
Jeez, he's tall says he also got himself sued by a ministry. I heard about that, but I'm not really going to do anything with that information. And the simple reason is because I'm not getting involved. Antonio Brown, we talked about him this morning. We played that video of that lady, the baby mama, who was saying he about a piece of shit and he's going to clubs and he's riding around in Benzes and he's making rap songs and he's doing appearances and he ain't paying for his child.
He's not paying his child support.
Now, that voice I just did, you have no idea how unbelievably racist it is because that woman does not even sound like that.
I don't even notice when you do it anymore.
You're racist, too.
It just seems normal.
That's you condoning my bigotry.
Right, I'm co-signing.
Jeez, he's tall says, psst, Eric needs your attention. No, he does. I'm not getting involved. There's no reason to.
Black Eric.
Black Eric, yes.
I don't like that he's taking the month thing away from me.
Yeah, April, July. With May of June or something.
Home run, Jefferson. Go to break.
I could have married that guy and been April, July.
April, July.
How gay would that be?
Pretty gay. Plus, you'd have
That's almost too gay. I probably shouldn't get involved.
Plus, you'd have to be married to a shitty comic book writer who can't handle criticism.
And I hear he's black.
And then you'd be involved. And guess what we're not doing?
Involved.
And guess what we're not doing?
We're not getting involved.
Not getting involved. In fact, if we have Chrissy and Nick Rekieta on Friday, guess what I won't be doing?
Not getting involved?
Yeah, I won't be getting involved.
Are you, like, inviting Nick or what's going on here?
I should invite Nick. I should. Annoyed Quick Trip Supervisor says, Aaron, did you go to a Wawa tonight? Your hair is looking like it.
My hair's rough. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
I don't.
I appreciate your compliment. I did need it. So let's talk about the Antonio Brown update we got. Remember we made fun of this guy very, very badly? Or the woman. We made fun of the woman.
We
very, very badly.
We weren't very nice.
Yeah. We said, oh, what a money-grubbing whore, this, that, and the other thing, so on and so forth. And, thank you very much to Locals for throwing us $20. You know what I'm doing with Locals?
I don't know.
Goal.
Getting involved.
I'm getting involved with Locals. Thank you guys for Locals. I am working on expanding the bandwidth for that so we can upload more stuff. I'm going to upload the members only tonight to Locals and to Patreon, so that's coming up. SteelToeMorningShow.locals.com if you'd like to. That's going to put us at 165 for tonight.
Wow. Nice job, guys.
Thank you very much. So, the Antonio Brown thing. The baby mama comes out, says he done short $31,000. And he ain't paying shit for his child. And he out there in the clubs and he's doing his rap albums and shit. She your daughter. She your child. You ain't even care.
Your only daughter.
Your only daughter. And you don't never play no sports with her. You throw a ball around with them boys. You won't throw a ball around with your daughter. Knuckle. And knuckle. And you see, I'm not getting involved. So, I guess.
Are you drunk?
Yeah, a little bit. So then today,
I'm sober. This isn't right.
Antonio Brown got arrested. The cops came and got him.
For the not paying?
For
not being involved.
Yeah, he had just got out of the county prison for doing 90 days for non-support. So, according to an incident report obtained by TMZ Sports, Antonio Brown was arrested Sunday outside of his home in Florida while getting into a taxi cab. Antonio Brown, well, he did get a ride.
Sure did.
Just a different kind. Antonio Brown was arrested in Florida over the weekend just days after his ex told TMZ Sports she wanted him put behind bars over unpaid child support. He was booked at 12 a.m. on Sunday in Broward County, Florida. Oh, he's probably heading out for a Saturday night.
Yeah, he's probably going to the club.
Probably going to the club.
Or he's spending his child support.
Yeah, trying to spend my child support
My child.
at the club.
None of them talk this way.
And he got picked up. I know a few.
Do you think he plays his own music at the club?
Oh, he should. He was born in the gip, not the gutta. No, what was it? The rip,
in the what now?
The rip, not the rudda. What was the name of the song?
In the pit.
No, he's born in the pit, not the palace. Not the penthouse. Pit, not the penthouse. Pit, not the palace.
I need a beer to catch up to you.
I believe he's going through the big D and don't mean Dallas. He can't believe what the judge had to tell us.
I heard he's in a hurry to get things done. He rushed until life's no fun.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. Born in the pit, not the palace.
Is that what it is?
And now he's living stylish. It doesn't rhyme, but that's how the song goes. You think I'm just making up what a retarded black rapper would say in a song?
Malice or something like that.
Yeah, I was born in the pit, not the palace. I like pussy. I'm not Mike Malice. Michael Malice is probably gay. I don't know for sure, but he seems like.
Is that your opinion?
I'm not getting involved.
You shouldn't get involved.
I'm not getting involved with Michael Malice.
Or Antonio Brown.
Or Eric July.
His baby mama's single, apparently.
If you're black or gay, I'm not getting involved.
Whoa.
Hand to God.
Those are some big groups.
I'm from the pit, not the palace. And then what's the other? He rhymed the word lavish with pit, not the palace. Palace, lavish.
Palace.
It's a little closer. Yo, I'm born in the pit, not the palace. I got little fingers. They call me Peter Baelish. Little finger from Game of Thrones.
Oh my God, you're retarded.
That was a good one. You're not going to convince me it wasn't.
Do you want another drink?
No, that's my first one. Antonio Brown was arrested in Florida over the weekend. WPLG reported Monday it all stemmed from a Miami-Dade Police Department warrant that was filed after Brown allegedly ducked making child support payments to his ex, Wiltrese Jackson.
Wiltrese? You fucked a bitch named Wiltrese?
Yeah, that sounds like an old black lady's name, doesn't it?
Sounds like it's going to be Will Smith's new name.
The last time I saw
out to be a bitch.
The last time I saw someone named Wiltrese, she had a runaway R branded on her cheek. What? Her name was Wiltrese Freeman. Jackson told us last week the former NFL star owes her nearly $31,000. This is the clip that we played this morning.
So how much does he owe?
Wiltrese.
Right now.
Motherfucker, he owe motherfucking 31 grand, yo.
Now, as of today's date, as of now, he owes $30,940.41. Now,
see, I still think that's a lie because nobody gets that specific.
He's being arrested for it. Clearly, she's on to something.
But it's like Forrest Gump is the only person who knows dollar amounts to that level. You know, where he's
No.
like, where he's telling
What if-
Bubba how much of the money he has left from his Flexall Lights ping pong paddle commercials after he bought a Dr. Pepper, Mama a dress, a nice steak dinner, and then nets and a new shrimp and boat. Anyway, go ahead.
What if it's a fixed amount every month and he's missed a certain number of months? All you got to do is multiply that shit.
I don't know, April. I'm not sure what goes on in these situations. It's a black athlete not taking care of his children. This doesn't happen very often, so I'm not familiar with the situation.
All right. This is a rarity.
Yeah.
He called himself what, a rapper now? So he's goes.
Wow. Athlete and rapper and ignoring his child and not paying for it. This guy's good.
I don't know if you'd call that rapping, ma'am. I think it's just shopping with a camera. Mostly.
Yeah, it's true, too. But, I mean, geez, what can he do next to complete the black fecta? We've got rapper, athlete, not taking care of his
Rumble
kids,
only tonight?
ignoring child support, multi-millionaire, still somehow a credit score of 524.
Has he popped anyone yet?
Hasn't popped anyone yet.
See, now that's something he's got to work on.
That's what you got to do.
To different cities. You know,
She'd be mad that he had a gun. She's like, he can afford a gun, but he can't pay for his child.
Oh, bitch, he didn't buy that.
make appearances and everything. Also down here in Miami, he make appearances to clubs and make money and everything. He just
She does say clubs. I was right.
Clubs.
got him a vert. He basically just doing what he want to do with his money. At the end of the day, it is his money, but I mean, I still have your kid. So, I just don't.
That's, again, I'm not letting her off scot-free either because these women are opportunistic, money-grubbing whores at the end of the day. That's how hostage takers speak. I get it. It's your money, but at the end of the day, I have your child. It's like, wow.
That's how you talk to our supporters.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, guys, I'm not doing this fucking show anymore unless we can knock out this goal. I have to go turn a wrench or sell a car or something. Jesus Christ.
I have your chow.
I have your chow. Give us some PayPal and some Streamlabs and some Super Chats.
God damn it.
I have your chow. By the way, 165 away from tonight.
know,
You guys are doing
It's
great.
getting expensive to feed all them chows.
All them chows, I'm going to have to up the goal because I stole all your children. And apparently a lot of you don't want them back.
Shit's expensive now.
David Chandler loves his chow. The rest of you, not so much.
Are you
And
his-
Red
are
Fox
you
Mad
his
and
chow?
Hobo Chili Recipe, they all love their chow.
Get it. And she's not an in-house child that he sees.
She almost said the N-word.
She's not a house chow.
She's not a house chow. My chow's a field chow. I don't have no house chow.
Thank God she's not a comfort chow.
Oh my God, that would be really bad. Then she could make that $30,000 on her own.
Oh, it's shit.
Every day you'll deal
Hot
with.
in here.
Tony goes months without dealing with my daughter. And that's when
Wow.
I have to get in and,
probably
force
shouldn't
him to
be
deal
with
with
her.
her. Like,
This
is your only daughter. Like, I
daughter.
don't know. Because I was a daddy's girl. My relationship with my daddy was never like this. So I'm just,
Well,
We fucked a lot.
ma'am, we call you the exception to the rule.
Oh, no.
You know what? I was thinking
What
about.
if she meant he just wasn't there ever?
So I was listening to that Revenge of the Sis clip of the Eric July thing because I'm not getting involved.
What the fuck,
know?
Aaron?
I wanted to know what was happening. So I was watching the Revenge of the Sis thing, and
Okay.
Royce totally came up with a bit that I wish I would have thought of first, and I never will, and now I'll never get to use it.
It is sinful. They're always first.
He has a drop on his board or his stream deck
Mhm.
of the smoke detector beeping, and he plays it when black people are talking. It's fucking good. I want to see if I can find the Revenge of the Sis. Revenge of the Sis, Eric July.
Yeah, you'd think if she was $30,000 in the hole, that her shit would be peeping.
Eric
Like
July is a buffoon. I want to play this. There's a... I know I can find the clip of Royce just... Oh, wow, you guys are right. The Rumble clips are...
This is abysmal.
This is really
It's
shitty.
stuck.
Guys, this really sucks. You guys are right. It's hard to play clips on Rumble. By the way, follow Steel Toe on Rumble. That would be cool. Okay, that's good. Now what I'd like to do is fast forward. Okay. Is this
And I addressed it right
Oh, there
then,
we go.
in my last stream.
I want to
So
see if I
do
can...
not
There is a point
Royce
of
is gonna
contention
need a
there.
bigger
Yeah, they're right there, so-
realities,
Okay.
right? There's what you can legally do, and then there's what you should and shouldn't do. And I think what Riley did is something you shouldn't do. So I want to be very clear on that.
And I'm cool with that. There is a point of contention there.
So Royce hits the fucking smoke detector. That's brilliant. That's just
funny.
a little tiny thing you can do in a show.
Yeah.
And this is like, Revenge of the Sis is miles above anything any of these fucking Dabbleverse retards like. And it's for reasons like that. Just that little subtle, like, look at this shitty smirk on Royce's face.
What smirk?
As he plays that. It's just fucking a subtle, brilliant thing that they do. Shit like that.
I'm obviously not a
You're an
lawyer, but
idiot.
I'm at least familiar.
You're an idiot. See, I would have fell for it too. It was too loud. That was the problem. It was too loud.
Royce is gonna need a bigger box. He's getting too buff.
Yeah, he's getting a little too wide. Like
He's
the
expanding.
traps are starting to come in. Think he's on a cycle?
Listen to you talking muscles and shit.
What can I say? Are those lats or traps? No, those are traps right here. The lats are in your arm somewhere. Or something.
Your traps are back here.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's your arm. Is that not your arm? Tell me that's not your arm.
You can't see that part of him in the video.
That's why I said traps first. Fucking Will Treese.
You shouldn't get involved.
I'm not getting involved. Denied Anal with 199 says she has to know every cent. It's her only income. Fair point. Old Will Treese.
Oh my God.
Trucker 18-wheeler becoming a member for his 5th month says, so that's where my chill went. Or my chow. That's where my chow went. I see what he's doing. D. Gulag says Royce has always been underrated. It's very funny.
I've always been more of a Mersh guy. I don't know.
I like both of them.
They're both funny, I guess.
Z Senior says, love you have found the Eric Juneteenth story. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved in the Eric July thing. I don't care.
Shit and fuck.
SH says, latissimus connects to the upper dorsimus. It's boring, but it's part of my life.
It's part of my life now.
Yes. If Antonio Brown lived in Maryland, he would be in jail by now. I think in Florida, they let you slide with that shit for a while. GZ's Tall says, for a moment, I thought you made Royce LGBT. Only Royce could do that.
What?
Can't make him be LGBT. It's
Ow.
He's on the right track, baby. He was born this way. I agree with Diglett over on Rumble. He says, hit the thumbs up button. That's exactly what you should do.
I just like the name Diglett.
Yeah, I think what you should do is you should hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. You should hit the thumbs up button on Rumble. Fuck, even hit it on Kick. Kick it.
Check this out. Even on Simcast last night, I advertised that we had a Kick now and that you should all go follow.
Hey, go follow the Kick. Did everyone laugh when you brought up Kick?
No, because I think Chrissy's on it.
Oh, really?
She's on something called Rockfin, too, or something like
I've
that.
heard of Rockfin.
What the hell is a Rockfin?
Yeah. Watch Royce versus AJ Benza. It's amazing. I will watch that on my own time. Thank you very much.
Look at you being bitchy.
Well, I don't want to play it cold. Who knows if our audience would, excuse me, oh my goodness, would give a shit.
You good?
No. Esoterically?
You're very interesting this evening.
Thank you. I try to do that when I host a show. That's appreciated that you would say that about me. Yes, when I do a show, I try to be interesting.
Thank Christ.
And apparently tonight, it's working. You guys are oh, by the way, thank you for that 199 a little bit ago. 165 away from knocking it out tonight.
Thank you.
If you don't want any e-begging and you don't want this bad boy coming out, let's all band together because we're not too far away. 165 away from overtime this evening. If you've noticed, we're just doing the show. We're not doing the begging thing. We're doing it again. They rescued us. Blue Jesus rescued us this morning.
Blue Jesus was a savior.
And we didn't have to really do much of the e-begging today, which was nice. So just keep it up the way it's been going the last week and a half.
Get involved.
And we'll be all right. Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman. These I don't know about you, but these are still two of my favorite people to cover.
Just a joy.
I love them. Like they are the quintessential couple that you know needs to be apart from one another, and they refuse to do it.
Probably all their friends told them that since the dawn of time.
Yeah, it's like you two are bad for each other. You need to go away. But he fucks like a football player, and she's got crazy girl fake tits, and they're drawn to each other like flies to shit.
Problem like a football player.
Yeah, the problem is they're in debt like $1 million. to the IRS.
Shit, I swear it's more than that.
Yeah, $1 million in taxes alone, and then they owe some gambling debts
Like
and shit like
50
that.
grand just on his end of things.
Yeah. So now they want to get divorced, but the problem is they can't afford it because they can't afford to pay off the debt separately. If they split their assets, they can't, the debt follows them.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't be together because there's a good chance one of them might kill the other one pretty soon.
Yeah, they can't even like split up in the house.
Yeah.
They don't know how.
The cops are always there. She's always got her tits out and the cops are there and he's, trying to lock himself. He's always locked in a bedroom and she's always out in the foyer somewhere yelling and screaming and throwing a fit.
She could start an OnlyFans and pay their debts.
That might be the way to go.
It seems she has no dignity anyways.
Well, now she's still on the Real Housewives stuff.
Oh,
So she still does that.
I don't even know what those do. Like, what are they?
They do what it do, I believe, is what I've heard.
Who's a
on
Real
those
Housewife?
shows. Yeah, they do what it do.
Okay.
Rexstart parody account becoming a member for his 13th month. Holy shit. Thank you,
Woo.
buddy.
Thank
Oh,
you.
by the way, 670 was the number today for memberships. So if you wanted to gift any memberships, we're 30 away from 700, which is a nice high number for this channel. Or if you just want to become a member, that's cool too. So now the update, they are selling their house.
Well, how are they selling it now?
Well, they think the way the market is, they paid $880,000 for this house back in 2012. They think they can get $6 million for it now.
I almost feel like buying that house, though, would be like cursed after
Look.
those two are in it.
$880,000. Unless they've borrowed against its value and refinanced it 1 million times, they'll be able to get more than enough money to pay off all their debts if they would just sell this house,
Okay.
move on, live a downscaled life a little bit, and just finally get away from each other.
Well, they can't be that young anymore either, so you kind of chill out a little bit.
I guess they're both in their 40s. Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman are in a giant money hole, but their house is worth millions, and they listed it for sale in the middle of their nasty divorce. The Milton, Georgia home just hit the market for $6 million, although I always thought it was closer to $350,000. I mean, did you know that the doors on the exterior are wood doors?
They are wooden doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$6 million and wooden doors. Not only that, soccer fields.
They do have a soccer field.
Why would they have a smokestack in
They do have a smoke.
in their shower? I mean, if they're
I don't know.
why?
Maybe this is why they're so cranky all the time.
And I can't even find the ovens.
No food.
Yeah. $6 million. $6 million, $6 million.
Well, you'd have to really add up a lot of shit quick to
Yeah.
get $6 million.
7 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms. That's just too many. 7 bathrooms, okay. If you have a big family, fine. You have a lot of guests. 11 bathrooms is too many bathrooms.
I don't know what that is. Any like high-end realty like show that I watch, people are more concerned with more bathrooms than bedrooms, and I don't get that.
Hey, how many places
Like,
can
do
you
you need-
shit at once?
Do you need a bathroom every 10 feet lest you shit your pants?
Right. 11 bathrooms?
It's always more than the bedrooms, in my
You should never
experience.
have more bathrooms than the bedrooms. Each bedroom
I don't know
gets its
why.
own bathroom. Because you got to have lots of places to shit.
Like, the only one I can even remotely see being acceptable is like a powder room, so AKA a sink, a mirror, and a toilet, like maybe by the entryway. That's about it, guys.
They also have a beautiful pool in the backyard. If Kim and Croy get asking or Groy. If Kim and Groy get asking price, they'll make a substantial profit on the property as they bought it for $880,000 back in 2012. Yeah, but you never know. Sometimes people refinance and
I like that.
remortgage it to the hilt and the property goes up and they borrow against the, what do you call it, the equity that they have.
Yeah.
So and look, if they're as bad with money as it sounds like they are.
I like that house, though. So it looks like the main one's on the right with a guest house with a bridge connecting.
Yeah.
Kind of neat, right?
You like it?
I like the color, too.
Yeah, you want to dig around in the couch cushions, see if we can come up with $6 million?
I would love to dig around the couch cushions.
I really am.
Are you stroking out?
I didn't say that right. Located on a golf course, the home also comes equipped with a home gym, movie theater, wine cellar, bar, arcade, and plenty of space to spread out. Yet these two always seem to find each other in this house so they can fight so the cops can
That's what
come.
I'm saying. Like, you can't even find a separate bedroom in that house.
Right.
calm down.
Interestingly enough, the home was scheduled to go into foreclosure next month. Well, then you probably should get on selling that.
Can you sell something that's next to foreclosure?
I mean, if you have a really dumb buyer.
That seems risky.
You would think the buyer would be stupid to buy it when it's going to, when they could probably get it at auction for a lot cheaper.
Yeah, what a retard.
I mean, all the bank needs is to get their money back for the loan.
Shit, maybe we could afford this one.
Yeah. Maybe Eric July is going to buy it. You know how many stickers you'd have to clean off that house, though?
A lot of stickers.
I'm not getting involved. So Kim and Croy are getting ahead of the auction in attempting to sell it themselves. Good luck. I mean, these two are just a fucking disaster. They're the white, Blueface, and Krishan.
I like how TMZ always throws in a section of pictures like, oh, so-and-so in happier times whenever there's like a divorce going on, like as if that's what they want to look at.
This is them in happier times. Yeah, it's not like that
I always
anymore.
did that with like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I'm like, I don't think they really want to, advertise that anymore.
Right. Martin Goldblum says, is Red Bar watching anymore? No, we kind of kicked the shit out of Red Bar, and he stopped covering us after we brought up the grooming and the... what was the business thing?
Worse than that.
Not extortion.
Embezzling.
Embezzling. Yeah, when we brought up the embezzling, the age difference, and the grooming, and the when they met, and all that shit.
The colostomy bag, really.
The colostomy bag. He didn't really much appreciate that, and he stayed away. But then, if you look, old Mikey David hasn't done a show for almost 2 months.
Yeah.
And I believe that he might be dead again.
Has he passed?
Yeah, so we're doing quite a bit better than Red Bar.
Maybe he's involved in the war.
Yeah, maybe he's over. What a good Jew Mike David is. What an astounding mega Jew Mike David is over in Israel killing Muslims. That's what it is. See, thank you, April. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's just an idea I had.
Everyone thinks Mike David, because he looks so scrawny and he shits in a bag, that he's dying, and that's why he hasn't done his show in almost 2 months.
Like he's incapable.
Yeah, and he's probably losing a fuck ton more money because people are dropping like flies.
And I'm sure he won't come back and complain about the people that left.
Oh, sure. No, and he won't like dox people for canceling their Scars Club subscription, the little whiny bitch. But
it's not nice.
But he's not dying, so he's not being a whiny bitch. He's actually doing his patriotic duty, and he's over in Israel right now bombing Hamas.
What if he started the war because he was just grumpy?
Yeah, he just didn't feel good. And he wanted to meet Ethan Klein, and he thought this was a good way to do it.
Or at least Hila.
Or Hila, yeah.
She's definitely fighting, right?
She has to. Martin, so no, he's not watching anymore. In fact, I think we got I think we got the better of that deal, Martin. It was it's pretty nice. I got to admit, I'm pretty happy with the way things shook out, to be honest. They're saying that leak was insane. What leak? The one from his colostomy bag?
Colostomy bag.
When Jules didn't drain the colostomy bag in time and it ruptured and piss spilled all over his parents' house. I mean, the house that he totally bought with his own money.
Babe, that's not piss. That's poo. What
Piss,
do you think is
poo,
in a colostomy bag?
All of it. It's all mixed
together. It's like
together.
a weird yellowish brown poopy goo.
Oz sent me a text a little bit ago
He
and
called me.
He said, yo, give me a shout. Well, Oz, this is a shout.
You might want to call him back. He tried to call me, and I'm like, dude, I'm almost home.
Shout, Oz. Indeed. Good evening, Aaron, you four-eyed nerd, says Chilino. Good to see you, Chilino. Good to see you, buddy. All right, let's go to a silly college story here. Apparently, at Clemson University, a group of students wanted some trans rights.
Okay.
So they got the school to put tampons in the men's room.
Effective.
Sure. Which is fine if you're a guy, because sometimes you get a bad nosebleed, you know?
No, I just picture your anus being bloody and wrecked.
Well, yeah, maybe a gay guy gets a ruptured anus because the lovemaking was a bit too rough in the dorms, and you got to go down.
Fuck.
You got to apply a tampon to your asshole to stop the leaking.
Knock it off.
You can bleed out of those things, you know.
Man.
So it was nice.
I don't want to picture puffy anal lips.
Well, I guess some monstrous Nazi, right-wing bigot, decided to go in there and take all the tampons out of the men's restroom. And, the LGBTQ community at Clemson, they took this in stride. They understood that maybe this means they just don't want those in there, and that doesn't make them comfortable, and we should respect that, and we should just move on.
Yeah, what happened to guys being skeezed out by tampons? And what do you remember when that was a thing? Like, pads or tampons.
Let's try that again. So The guys removed the tampons from the bathroom.
Right.
And the LGBTQ community was totally fine with it. They were cool with it. And they said, well, that just is totally fine. And we'll just let this slide.
That doesn't sound...
I'm just kidding. They protested and whined like a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, I didn't believe you.
And they are currently still protesting right now. Clemson students protest removal of tampons from men's restroom. And I have to say, imagine being so privileged that you can give a shit.
It gets worse than that.
Imagine being so out of other shit to do that you're actually mad that a bunch of guys took the tampons out of the men's room.
These people must not understand that as women, like most of us would never use the ones provided in the bathrooms anyways. So, like, we bring our own. So, like, the sheer fact that, like, you, number one, don't need them, and number two, you're fighting to have a tampon machine so you can have a shitty cardboard applicator fucking tampon.
You understand that
Like,
the reason...
you're ridiculous.
But the reason the trans male students even do the tampon thing is all for show anyway. They're just doing it to be different. Like, it's not even
But
a necessary thing.
at
They're just
some
doing
point-
it to be different.
I hope push comes to shove one day and they need to use those.
A group of Clemson University students protested the removal of tampon dispensers from the men's library bathrooms in response to a conservative student group's complaint. By the way, this is why it's a great idea to never get involved if you're the school in the first place, because they catered to one group who said, we want tampons in the men's bathroom. And then another group comes in and complains and goes, you'll take these out of there or we'll protest. And now you take them out of there, and now a bunch of other people were protesting, when the great solution to this would have been just ignore everyone in the first place.
Right, just keep doing the thing
Right.
that's worked for years.
Holding brightly colored signs reading destigmatize menstruation. I'm sorry, but the fact that we don't make you bitches sleep on straw in a barn when that shit happens shows that we've destigmatized it plenty in the last 1,500 years.
Okay, is this the gay people talking, though, not the women?
This is all of all the bitchy,
So
cunty
let's not
college
talk
kids.
to the women right now, because I don't think they're the ones saying that.
Destigmatize menstruation.
I don't want anyone talking about it. Because
Show me,
you know what?
Show
That's
me, show me anywhere in American life. Show me anywhere in American life where you cannot just openly and brazenly talk about menstruation as if it's dinner time. Like, you just can everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's been destigmatized as of the last 50 years. I mean, to a disgusting degree. Some people would even argue that we've gone too far in the other direction, and we should maybe be a little more humble and a little more secretive with some of this stuff.
Well, that's kind of the direction I was going. We can talk about it. That doesn't mean you need to. It's a private thing.
Hello, it's the 21st century. Oh, you can tell it was gay. That's just a gay thing to say. Around 50 students demonstrated on campus Wednesday to demand school administrators reinstall the feminine hygiene dispensers. The dispensers were removed after the Clemson College Republicans complained they were found inside the library men's bathrooms. Well, look, if you need menstruation products, they're where the menstruating people are. They're in the women's bathroom.
But if this is even a trans woman who claims they need fucking tampons, why aren't they using the women's bathroom?
Well, no, you're thinking the
confused.
wrong thing. They're trans men who still have female reproductive organs.
Oh.
Yeah.
I always wish you wouldn't do this to me on YouTube, because my knee-jerk response is go fuck yourself. You don't have those organs. Calm down. If you want to be gay, if you want to be a dude, just go be a dude. And just shut the fuck up about your period then. I don't care. That's how I feel.
Helgi says menstruation, everything is the patriarchy. I get it.
Oh, men. It's not even womanstration.
Yeah, it's menstruation. Oh, for God's sake.
That is so fucked.
Women can't even
Somebody
have
would say that.
I don't know if I want to DL. Thank you, Aaron, says Dub over on Rumble. Thank you, buddy. Oh, MSO has his eyes on us. Does that mean he thinks we're not hitting the goal today? We're only 165 away, and it's 8:22. I think we're all right. Guys, show MSO that he's full of shit and just go on PayPal right now, dump a bunch of money in there. Let's knock this out now, and we won't even worry about the bucket.
Is there ever going to be a day where we look at those people that are bitching about the tampons and the men's thing And just say, shut the fuck up, we don't care.
I'm pretty sure we do already.
No, the people that matter, the people in charge. Are they ever going to say that?
No, because the people in charge have that weird thing where they're like, they have to make everybody happy.
But they don't.
So you see that Clemson is doing it now. Clemson is like, oh, yeah, here. What they thought was, we'll put the tampons in the men's bathroom quietly. Nobody will notice, and it'll just go away. And then the Republicans bitched, and the school went, all right, take the fucking tampons out because this isn't worth my time to have to deal with this.
I bet nothing would make you feel more manly than walking in to take a nice dumper and seeing a tampon machine in the bathroom.
I would look at it and I would go, well, wait a minute. How do I wipe my ass with these? I don't really understand how this... Guys, have you seen the new toilet paper?
Oh, they expand when they're wet.
Yeah, guys, I don't understand how this shit works. Do I run it under a faucet and then brush my ass with it?
Not a bad idea. In a pinch with no teepee, you could like open a tampon, get it wet, and use it as a wipe.
And go right between your ass cheeks and run it like a credit card?
Oh my God, it's got the string and everything. Yeah, just pull it through Mud Valley.
It would drip, though. You'd get shit water dripping.
Okay, dampen it, squoze it out, and then wipe.
Oof.
We'll test it out.
I have another idea, and it
Just
might
don't
work.
do it.
It might work. It might not. My idea would be just make sure there's fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, that half-apply bullshit.
That would be nice. Let's go to the phones quickly before we refresh PayPal and see that you guys have knocked out today's goal of 165.
Call from
Ryan the Garbage Man.
All right. Ryan the Garbage Man, what do you have for the show this evening?
Good morning, or good evening, excuse me.
That's
I'm thinking that it's a lot more simpler than they're mad about the tampons being removed. I think they're mad that they have to buy their own now.
They are expensive. That's true.
Oh, they're mad that they have to buy their own and they're not. Well, then, but that wouldn't be a woman problem because why would the women be upset that they're out of the men's bathroom?
Well, they are college students, and they're probably getting all their education for free because they check certain boxes, and now they're mad that they actually have to pay for something for once in their life.
It's a very boomer take.
It's not a wrong one, though.
We'll see how it all shakes out. But I tell you what, we'll just, you know what? Next parade, we'll just throw them all tampons, and then everyone will have plenty.
Fun. Oh, fun.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, buddy. I always got a kick out of that take. All these goddamn kids in school are getting their school for free anyway.
I was mad at those kids because I had to pay for it.
I can never understand. Like, is it really, really expensive or is it super free? I keep hearing different things from college students. Either it's super, super free or it's really, really expensive.
It's both. It depends on which student you were.
Depends. No, we were talking about tampons. Not depends. Not depends. CJ says, how much does a period cost you? Typically $2.50. Oh, that's a vowel. Sorry.
Man, I think a box of the ones I buy are like $9.99 for like disposable wads of cotton you shove up your snatch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about real women for a minute. And you guys all know this. Real women have really shaggy, hairy armpits, right?
What the fuck, though?
And they're sweaty, obese, right?
Stop it. Are you talking about yourself?
That's what real women are, right?
I don't think so.
Well, that's what Dove's putting out there. Dove has launched a new campaign on New York City subways, as if people didn't find them dirty and grimy enough, where they're just putting pictures of hairy armpitted women on the subway.
Get out of here.
With their arm on the rail, kind of grabbing it and showing off their stinky pits.
Are we doing a trans thing or a real women have hair thing?
They're doing a just gross bitches
oh my God,
you don't want to breed with campaign. Dove launches obese and hairy armpit campaign in New York City subways to promote showing off unshaven women's underarms. I'm looking forward to like 2 or 3 years from now when all these marketing agencies are completely out of business.
I hope so. I want Dove to tank now.
The one who did the Bud Light campaign with Dylan Mulvaney, they just cut a shitload of jobs. Like a bunch of people just got fired from that one. Because if you're a successful marketing firm now, it means you've come up with dog shit ideas that are fucking terrible, because that's the ones that are getting all the attention now. If you're an actual good marketing person, nobody knows who you are. If you're a good advertising person, nobody knows who you are, because The whole point of like my generation especially got too cute with marketing. They started jacking themselves off on the word marketing, and they're like, yeah, they all thought they were Steve Jobs, or they all thought they were Mad Men.
Sure.
When really
they're Don Draper.
Yeah, when really all you are is you're the conduit between the product and telling people what they want to hear about the product. Everyone's like, I'm going to be like Don Draper and I'm going to be a madman. No, you're retarded. You're not smart enough to be Don Draper. He came from a different time and a different era, and he's a character from some ad agency that existed 50, 60 years ago. You're more like, who was the drunk guy who played classical music on his zipper?
Oh, no.
You're the guy from Shameless.
Yeah, I know. Freddie
Rumsen. Freddie Rumsen.
Yeah.
Most of you are Freddie Rumsen. And here's what a Freddie Rumsen does. Here's what a good marketing person does. They find out what people want to hear about a product, and then they tell them that about the product.
Yeah.
It's not this, oh my God, I'm going to break barriers and show what I think real femininity is. And this, no, now you're trying to tell people how to think. That's possible to do in marketing, but not for you. You're stupid. You're not the groundbreaking, going to be the next big thing in marketing. Here's what you should do. Paint by numbers, primary colors, you dipshit. Find out what people want with this product and give it to them.
Well, yeah, this shit's annoying. Like,
right.
Let's just be feminists and be like, oh, we don't need guys telling us what the standard of beauty is, and we don't have to shave just because men like it and stuff like that. How about you just shave because it's nice to be cleanly and smell good and be smooth and soft?
I have bad news for the person who made this. Women find this disgusting.
I do. I'm reading The Pits of New York, and I'm like, well, if that's what I've got to breed with in New York, I'm not going.
That's a big-ass pit. That looks like the whole peach, to be honest with you.
Looks like she's headed to the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, she is the Sarlacc pit. There are no wrong armpits.
Yes, there are.
This one says. I mean, there's no wrong armpits, but there are nasty armpits.
I shaved mine just today. They're remarkably smooth.
Oh, congratulations on your smooth armpits.
Never gets past this long.
So skincare product brand Dove has launched an ad campaign called The Pits of New York in the New York City subway system, aimed at normalizing the exposure of hairy armpits. Developed by ad agencies David New York and Ogilvy UK, the poster campaign features photos of women showing off their underarms with the flagship image featuring a morbidly obese woman with hairy armpits. So, two things that people love to associate your product with: disgusting armpits and fat.
You know what that looks like to me? It looks like you smell. Not a good thing to do when you're a skincare company.
Or maybe you see that ad and you go, oh shit, I should get some Dove and wash myself. I certainly don't want to look and smell like whatever the fuck that is.
But now I'm looking at Dove and I'm like, I don't want to be reminded of the fat, hairy woman.
Right, that's true too.
Like, I don't shop for brands that make me feel gross, I guess.
The posters also include a factoid claiming 6 in 10 of us admit to judging other women's armpits. Let's change that. Free the pits with Dove.
No, let's
the ads
not.
encourage.
Do you know that it's totally fine and human to go judge somebody with your eyeballs? That doesn't mean everyone's like saying the thing out loud.
Sometimes we make the best reads about people when we judge them.
If I saw a woman who's got like remarkably long armpit hair just hanging out, I'm kind of looking at her like, okay, she's definitely a hippie. She's probably an SJW. She probably does not smell well. Or good. Smell good.
And that's women doing that.
I'm not probably going to hang out with that person. There's something off about her.
And this is where marketing people are so stupid now, is they go, oh, so 6 out of 10, they say it in their ad campaign, 6 out of 10 women judge other women's armpits.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put the thing they're judging on the ad, and we're going to change the way women think. Hey, asshole, it's a lot easier to sell soap to women than that. All you have to do is find out what they're afraid of with bad hygiene, and then tell them this will fix that.
I completely agree.
That's it.
Wow, my skin is really dry in the winter. Show me a body wash that's going to help me not be dry in the winter.
Here, I have a good idea. Here's an easy ad campaign. You don't have to do hairy pits and fat obese women and gross people out and kill your own product. You can do an ad where a woman really likes a guy, but he smells her body odor in a public setting and it ruins everything, and he walks away and she doesn't get the guy and he doesn't give her attention. But then the next day she washes with Dove and a super hot guy comes up and starts chatting her up. Boom. Women don't want to be a stanky skank. Use Dove. Boom.
That should be their slogan.
That's the problem with marketing people.
Don't be a stanky stank.
Don't be a stanky skank. Choose Dove. That's the problem with marketing people, is that they all think they're the smartest fucking people in the room, but they're some of the dumbest people you'll ever meet. And all they have to do is be the dumbest person in the world, because guess what? You're selling products to the dumbest people in the world. So be dumb you. Don't overthink the shit.
I do feel like if you want to be that stinky, hairy person, that's going to like equate to you being alone. Like most people don't want to be around hairy, stinky people.
Exactly.
Right?
Nobody wants to be around hairy, stinky
Somebody
people.
said I smell like skull chew.
Boy, if that were the case.
I don't think so.
It would be all over but the crying. If she smelled like, oh God, like skull.
Disgusting.
Chew.
Stop it.
Oh boy. Is this a setting or is this all Twitter videos now? Wondering because it's incredibly lame. Subscribe to premium to chat. Oh, really? You can't chat on people's Twitter videos if you're not a premium member?
What does that even mean?
Honestly, I think Twitter's looking to make money so bad that I bet you in a few months you won't be able to stream video on Twitter unless you're a premium member. Unless you pay and get the check mark and all that shit. Guarantee.
So I'll just not use my Twitter even more?
They'll go that way. It is funny, like 2 years ago, everyone was going, oh yeah, fucking Elon Musk is the savior of Twitter. Now you talk to people about Twitter and they're like, God, it sucks.
I've never hated it more.
Yeah.
Than I do right now.
People hate Twitter now. I guess you'll like it come election time when you can like say shit without anybody banning you or anything like that. But outside of that,
yeah, I guess
is kind of shitty. All right, guys, we're going to keep going here. We got a few stories left, but we got 20 minutes until we do our e-begging and rattle this offering plate. Said I wasn't going to bring it up as long as it all kept coming in. But here we go. 165 away. Let's get moving and knock out the rest of that. We've given an hour and 35 minutes. There I go. Shut
Great
the fuck up,
timing.
Aaron. Helgi with $10 says you have to spend this on Dove moisturizer for April. All right, we'll take 7 of that. Thank you very much, Helgi. 160 away from KOing tonight's goal and doing 30 minutes of overtime. Let's all get conditioned to just throwing in a couple of bucks here and there and knocking that out during the course of the show, and you won't have to worry about us rattling that can at you, so to speak. So if you're someone who just waits for David Chandler every day, knock it off.
Yeah.
Become a member, gift a membership, throw a few bucks into PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, whatever. 160 away from knocking it out. Nebo says, make sure to mention how you're not mentioning the goal. I haven't all night. Thank you very much, Nebo. I appreciate you acknowledging that. Starbucks is threatening to sue its workers union after the workers union voiced support for the Hamas terrorist attacks.
Could we stay out of the Hamas shit if we're a coffee place?
Look, man, I'm really loving watching Starbucks get bitten in the ass by this union because all these baristas were like, listen, we want to form a union, and if you don't let us, we're going to shut down everything. And like they sued to the government to have Starbucks recognize this union. So Starbucks finally went, okay, fine, there can be a baristas union. A baristas union is going to be one of the most commie unions there is.
Oh, it's going to be ugly.
It's going to be stupid. It's going to be dumb, misinformed people trying to make everything that's not coffee related part of the job. And now they're going to make a big stink over the Hamas thing. This union's going to make your company look shitty.
Yeah.
And eventually you're going to have to lock out your own union just so you can keep customers. You're going to go, you know what? We're not hiring union employees anymore. We can't hire you guys. You say crazy shit about geopolitics that have nothing to do with serving coffee, and you're costing us customers and money.
Wasn't their business booming for forever and a half without a union?
They've never had problems.
Never had problems making money.
And now apparently and what I love about these workers that are like on the side of Hamas is they, it's kind of like people, young people who are communists and want to express themselves, and they're different. And I'm like, you understand they would fucking kill you, right?
Yeah.
You get that you would be dead under this regime you're asking for. So watching a bunch of blue-haired, progressive, genderqueer fucking feminists get a soy latte and then go, I love Hamas, and Hamas should be liberated. And it's like, you know what? We'll liberate them up into your Starbucks. And, when they've got you buried neck deep in the sand throwing rocks at your head, we'll just sing, isn't it ironic, don't you think?
They're all very big on the whole, let's liberate this group that nobody likes. And,
well,
there might be a reason nobody likes them.
They're a remarkably overprivileged bunch that doesn't understand the complexities of what's going on over there. And they just go, oh, victims. I see victims. I think they're victims over there. So I'm going to be on the side of the victims. And then they take the side of Hamas, not knowing what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
GC's Tall says coffee union brought to you by BlackRock.
So fucking stupid. Like I said, probably one of the most profitable coffee things that ever was or will be. Right. And you got to change things now.
And then support
Hamas. Shoot yourself in the foot.
Rupert with $9.99 says pretty sure the Starbucks owner is a Jewish guy as well. So a double whammy. Yeah, he ain't going to put up with that shit.
Yeah, I actually don't know who owns them.
That's for sure. Thank you, Rupert. 150 away from tonight and about 15 minutes until we rattle that can. Let's go ahead and go. Who owns Starbucks? Starbucks is owned by its shareholders, publicly traded company. All right, CEO Starbucks. Oh, boy. Laxman Narasimhan.
What a weird name.
That's either the most Jewish guy in the world or that's an Indian. That's an Indian dude.
That is definitely an Indian guy.
That is an Indian gentleman.
Indian-American business exec, yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't give a fuck about Israel and Palestine.
Not even a
You know
tiny
what's
bit.
awesome about Indians is they'd be like, why don't you just shut the fuck up and pour the coffee?
Which is the right thing to say.
Right. He's kind of more about the stock price and shit like that, and not like, hey, why don't you guys give us your opinion on Israel versus Hamas?
I don't want to get involved with the Israel versus Hamas shit because I don't even know what's all going on.
Give me a cold brew and shut the fuck up.
I just
don't
want
care.
my coffee.
Starbucks is threatening to take legal action against a workers' union representing nearly 9,000 of its employees after it voiced support for Hamas terrorist attacks on Israel. Following the massacre of 1,300 Israelis, Starbucks Workers United, an affiliate of the Service Employees International Union, SEIU, they're like the biggest commies out there, wrote Tuesday in a now-deleted post on X, solidarity with Palestine.
Stop picking sides, everybody.
Right.
Just quit it.
You're a labor union. In the United States, you're an American labor union. You shouldn't have an opinion about Israel and Palestine. If you tweeted out solidarity with Israel, I'd go, what the fuck are you doing?
I do believe that choosing a side can do more harm than good.
What does this have to do with coffee?
Jack shit.
I don't understand.
They shouldn't have gotten involved.
Well, following the massacre, blah, 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 the deleted post said, once again, free Palestine. The union's support of Hamas attacks prompted Republican Senator Rick Scott to call for a boycott of the coffee house chain, saying this is disgusting. Every American should condemn the atrocities that Iran-backed Hamas terrorists committed in Israel. See, I wish that Americans would, zoom out a little bit on that and do a better job of exactly explaining what it is we're trying to say there instead of going,
right.
They shouldn't, we should condemn them backing the Hamas terrorist attacks. No. Go further than that and say, we should be telling labor unions to shut the fuck up about politics because it has nothing to do with pouring coffee.
That's more how I feel, because then if you're telling people to just boycott this coffee place because of their opinions too, that means you have to care about an opinion instead of just getting your coffee.
Exactly.
Whereas I'd rather not know what Starbucks' opinion is on jack shit. I just want my coffee.
There is no right opinion or wrong opinion when you're in business. There's only the wrong opinion. The right opinion is no opinion at all.
Mm-hmm.
What did Michael Jordan once say? He goes, I'm not going to get political. Republicans buy sneakers too.
Well, as soon as you tell people how you feel about something, you open yourself up for criticism.
Right. Rupert with $4.99 says, my bad. The Starbucks founder is Jewish. Well, there you go.
Well, thank you.
GZ's Tall says, Vanguard is the largest shareholder of Starbucks. Why does that not surprise me? 140. So Rupert just put us at 145. Away from this evening's goal. Keep it going, guys. Everybody else follow those guys. Streamlabs, PayPal, and all that stuff. It's linked in the chat. You can donate to this show very easily and keep it on the air. We do appreciate it. Getting that number to 0 every day guarantees that we keep this thing going. A California mom threw sick sex parties for her teen son and searched online for hot 16-year-old teenage girls, according to new court documents.
What a great parent.
What an amazing mother. Wow. And she was even, it's always, Whenever like middle-aged people get caught with something like this, it's always when the police go through the computer or the phone.
Aren't we not supposed to care this much about our kids' sex life? Aren't you just supposed to like give them a little guidance, be like, hey, don't be stupid here, and
you're not supposed to.
Really.
Yeah, you're not supposed to get your kid pussy.
No, especially not shop for it.
Los Gatos party mom Shannon O'Connor's Google searches were detailed in new court documents, exposing a glimpse of her suspected motives before, during, and after she allegedly hosted alcohol-fueled sex parties for underage teenagers.
Oh my God, double whammies.
I mean, incredibly popular, I'm sure. I'm sure all the kids fucking loved her, and her house was a crazy hang.
Do we know what happened at these parties yet?
Probably a bunch of teenage kids fucking each other?
Yes, Are
you saying you're wondering if she got finger popped by high schoolers?
I don't know. Yeah, right. I'm wondering, like, you said these things were popular, and I'm like, yeah, to a point, maybe. I wonder if anything bad happened.
O'Connor has pleaded not guilty to 39 charges filed by the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office in connection to a string of disturbing parties. I think they should put disturbing in quotes, because disturbing for whom?
Yeah.
Disturbing to you and I, maybe, but to the kids who went to them.
Yeah, I guess maybe if you can just black out the fact that your like friend's mom is there and told you to come and got you drunk and got you sex.
Exactly.
Then it's fun.
You just got to forget who the messenger is.
Forget about it.
Between the summer of 2020 and February 2021, the alleged victims were male and female Los Gatos high school students. Okay, I went to parties in high school, not trying to brag.
Okay.
I get that she's an adult, so providing them with a party and alcohol is wrong and all that. But let's ease up on the victims talk.
Right, I'm sure they were thankful.
I'm sure you had to drag all these kids kicking and screaming to this party like, hey, my mom's going to make sure that no cops bother us, and there's going to be booze and we can fuck and all this other stuff. And I'm sure all those kids went, oh, no, but I want to stay pure and I have lots of homework to do. And all right, but if you're forcing me to, I guess I'll go to the party.
For me, though, there's something terribly disgusting having your parent know that you're having sex and vice versa. Like, I wouldn't want to know that my kid was having sex in the room next door.
Having sex.
You know what I mean, though? Where'd that go? Like, you're not supposed to be interested in that.
Look, all parenting styles are different. That's all I'll say.
I mean,
they're all different.
That's a fucking swing.
But like in high school, if someone had a bottle of Kharkov, you followed them around like a lost puppy. I mean, anytime anyone had any inkling of booze when you were 17 or 18 years old, you're like, I don't know exactly what we're doing, but I know I don't want to take my eyes off that bottle of booze.
It was always fun to either have like boyfriends or friends that had alcohol that were older than you.
When I was that age, if there was a bottle of Captain Morgan around, I was like, okay, this tonight is all about that bottle of Captain Morgan.
I was always a beer person in high school. I didn't really do alcohol.
I only drank Captain Morgan and Svedka vodka.
What are you, a girl?
When I was in high school. We had Svedka.
Was it the strawberry lemonade flavor too?
No, it was the regular Svodka Vedka or Svedka vodka. Svodka Vedka? That was her name. No, wait. It's got to be your bull. That's what it was. O'Connor has pleaded not guilty. The alleged victims were male and female Los Gatos high school students, including O'Connor's teenage sons. The DA's office is gearing up for O'Connor's preliminary hearing set to begin in November. Ahead of the hearing, prosecutors filed a series of motions to the judge that contain new information about their case. Oh, boy.
You would have to assume, she's probably like, look, I want to be the coolest mom ever, and I can have you guys over and do all this shit, but keep it quiet.
Right.
How are you going to trust a bunch of teenagers? They're going to talk about it.
That's exactly what it is.
That's the problem here.
It's one of those things where you're like, hey, I want to do something nice for the kids. And, if I throw parties for these kids, they'll be safer and I can keep an eye on them.
That is an overbearing parent if I've ever seen
They'll
one.
never tell anyone about it. It's like they're not going to be able to help themselves. A fucking parent is plying them with booze and throwing parties. They're not going to be able to not tell anybody.
No, that's probably the coolest thing ever to a kid.
And you can't blame the kids for that. They can only hold on to shit like that for so long. When investigators seized O'Connor's cell phone and traced her Google searches, they found search entries including good books with young sex, hot 16-year-old teenage girls, prettiest 16-year-old girl, according to court documents obtained by Cron 4. Her phone also contained multiple videos that had been downloaded from girls' social media platforms, including TikTok. The videos show young girls who appear to be underage. They are dressed in revealing clothing. There is no evidence that the girls in these videos were personally known to the defendant.
So she herself had a young girl thing, or she's shopping for her kids? I'm guessing she's trying to get TikTok people over to the parties. That's so broad. Oh, hottest 16-year-old girls.
Well,
that's such a broad search.
You shoot for the moon and you see if you can get the hottest one there is.
And you just hope they're in your high school.
It's a woman who loves her sons, for God's sake.
That will be her defense.
That's all it is. She just loves them so much.
Too hard.
O'Connor, 48, allegedly lured girls to her house by hosting parties and facilitated sexual encounters between boys and girls. Some consensual and some non-consensual.
That was what I was worried about.
What do you mean?
It's forcing people to have sex
So
together.
She would force people to hook up?
Like, hey, I'm not going to give you this booze unless you two do this thing.
Oh, see, that's fucked up. That's even more fucked up. Like, there are some parents who have this idea that, like, oh, if they're going to drink, I want it to be at the house so I know they're not out there driving or doing whatever. That's one thing. But to, like, actively throw the party and be like, oh, yeah, you two make out. And, like, do you want to hook up with my son or this? That's creepy.
I'm not even that way, though. I don't feel like I'm that person where I'm like, oh, just come drink at our house, though, so you're not driving. I'm just like, how about you wait?
That's her mug.
I'm kind of a curmudgeon like that.
There's the mug shot. I'm sure if she's 48, I'm sure if she put makeup on, she'd look okay, but
she looks lifeless.
There's
something wrong with those eyes.
Well, it's a what do you call it? It's a mug shot. I'm sure she's been crying for a long time. I'm sure she's pretty beat. And she's 48. I mean, she's supposed to have
been ran through it.
You're supposed to be developed up here by that age. Sugar Floof saying mother of the year. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did your parents ever throw parties for you guys?
No.
Yeah, my parents would never.
No.
And that's how I feel now too. I'm like, no, how about no?
When I was living and working in Litchfield, sometimes I'd come back down to Shoreview to hang out with my friends. And like if my parents were out, I would invite my friends over there, and like we were all of age and stuff.
Yeah, that's not the same.
And we would get like a keg, and my parents would come home and there's a party at their house, but that's a little,
not even close to the same.
Yeah, that's a little different. I know one time there were two of my buddies in the pool and two girls in the pool, and the girls took their tops off and did topless chicken fighting,
where
they got on the guy's shoulders. And I did hear the morning after that my mom had to yell at my dad to get away from the window as my dad was looking at the young women with their tits out.
There's part of me where I'm like, if he's already seen it, you're going to tell me to go away now? You might as well let him finish.
Quit staring at the young girl's titties in the pool, for God's sake. And all he's thinking to himself is, this is why I got a pool. I played the long game on this one.
Well, what's kind of gay is it's like a really kiddie pool. It's not adult at all.
It's like 5.5 feet in the deep end.
But it looks like it's made for children.
SH says, I'd rather not allow it so that the kids will have to get smart enough to get away with not getting caught.
100%.
See?
I agree.
You're playing the long game.
I was not allowed to do that shit. My parents very rarely would let me have a beer with them at like supper or something. It's not throwing a party for a bunch of my friends.
All right, Diane Poo with $4.99 says, I know these moms. They weren't invited to parties in high school and love the attention. All right, guys, that's going to put us at 140. Let's fire up the music a couple times and let's see if we can knock this thing out, because we're 140 away. Hitting the goals is what pays the bills here at Steel Toe. This is what causes us to just break even and keep doing this thing. If we knock out that 140 on PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, gifted memberships, etc., it all counts. Throw in what you can. We need all hands on deck. There's not going to be one guy who's going to come up and save our ass on this one.
No heroes.
And we can't take the hit. So we're within striking distance. I need everyone to team up. We didn't talk about it all show. This is the new way we're trying to approach this now. So let's see if we can get rewarded for this new approach that I think makes the show go smoother. We're going to take about 8 minutes here. We're going to play the music through twice. You guys are going to get us through that 140, and then we're going to tack on another 30 minutes to the end of the show. If we suck tonight and we didn't do well enough to earn your money and whatnot, we will fail. We won't hit that goal. We'll stop in 8 minutes. and we'll go to bed early. We don't want to. So
No.
if you feel like contributing to this program, if we've entertained you in any way, shape, or form, throw us a few bucks. Let's knock out that 140, and let's keep doing the show tonight. Here we go, boys and girls. I get nervous about our new approach.
I think we can do it.
But I'm hoping we are rewarded for it because it does lead to a better show. Let's fire up the music and let's do this thing. Let's grab my offering plate. I'll take the nickel with an L out of it, and I will panhandle for your money, and you will, just trying to wake April up. And I will take your dollar bills right in there. The 8-bit Hogan music, and off we go. Who's going to start this thing off? Baldo Gagger 4000 with $2. Starting it off saying, sounds like Mom was a little jealous.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe she was shopping too.
There you go. $2 starting it off. Let's do it. Everybody throw in a little bit. It's not going to be one. Well, never mind. Gray Duckling did it. Gray Duckling with 140, 14, 28, 42. That's 100 off, I believe. 70% of 140 is about 100.
Jeez. Wow.
So,
thank you, Gray Duckling.
Thank you, Gray Duckling. He says, come on, cum guy.
Cum guy.
There you go. $40 away from hammering this out. Well, all of a sudden, this got a lot easier.
I know. I'm like sweating out of nervousness now.
Matthew Q says, love the show. Sorry I'd give more, but I'm going to be broke until after the show this weekend. Well, save up your money and come to the show, buddy.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. 35 away. Oh, no. MSO is crying.
He's crying.
I don't feel good about this.
Aww.
I don't feel good about
God, it's-
MSO in tears.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to take my jacket off.
Rupert with $9.99 says, my parents didn't care, but if I did drink, I had to be up at 7:30 the next morning for work. Yeah, that always
fair.
sucked a dick. Sweating it out on the floor of the restaurant the next day.
Oh, God. I went to work hungover one time in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Never again, because it's like 200 degrees in the kitchen.
Brutal.
Ugh.
All right, we are now only 30 away with this offering played out. Thank you, Gray Duckling. Rupert with $9.99. So everybody jumping in a little bit. Matthew Q, we had the first one for $2 from Baldo Gagger. I love that name.
4,000.
Baldo Gagger 4000, not just any Baldo Gagger. He's not some hack Baldo
No
Gagger.
hack.
He's the Baldo Gagger 4000. Gray Duckling says, sorry, fucking liquor. Come on, cum guy? I don't know what that means.
Come on, come.
All right, guys. $30 left. Gray Duckling did the heavy lifting for you.
No shit.
Let's all team up and take care of the last $30.
We just said no heroes tonight either.
No heroes tonight, but we got one.
Got one anyways.
Now it's the rest of you guys off to work here. 4 minutes away. We got off to a great start here with the can rattling and the offering plate.
On fire.
Got the 8-bit Hogan music going. Let's get those super chats and gifted memberships and Rumble rants and Streamlabs and PayPal and Venmo in. Let's get it cooking.
Let's wipe it out before we have to hit play again.
MSO says, come on, April needs new arrows. I don't know what that means.
That'd be kind of nice. I hunt.
No, I know, but you don't need new arrows. You're good on arrows.
I love arrows.
I would think that you're good on arrows. I could be wrong. Cousin It with $2 says, this is my chemo money. Well, if you're going to die, we'll spend it better than you will.
That's true.
For God's sake.
Dead men can't spend money.
Exactly. All right, guys, we're going to fire up the music one last time, and we got $30 to go. I want you to knock the rest of this out. I want you to do it together. Loaded Wrench says, I got 5 on it. 25 away from tonight's goal. Here we go. Carnival barking at its finest. SH gifting a membership. Thank you very much, SH.
Thank you.
Getting us one closer to that huge 700 number for members. I think Von Kaiser got that one. $25 away and 3 minutes to go in the offering plate segment. Fill it up. You see it's got quite a bit in it already tonight. But we could do another 25 more and knock the rest of this out. The links are right there in the YouTube chat. $5 from Greasy N-Word. He says, I lost my virginity at a friend's house that let us party. I was 39, though. Fucking
Please
pig.
don't be true.
I want to choose to believe it.
Really?
Thank you, Greasy. $20 away. Gray Duckling gifting a membership to Cousin It. We're 15 away.
Thank you.
From Hammering It Out. There we go. Let's bring her in for a landing, boys and girls.
If we could.
$15 away after a big gray duckling drop. Robert Black with $14 says for the Golden Gophers. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Shut down the music. 14 is 15 in my book. There we go. Anything you guys throw at us the rest of the night goes to the morning show tomorrow. So if you guys want to be generous to the morning show people, certainly you don't have to. But if you want to, go bananas. Thank you very much for knocking that out, guys. Steel Toe survives. Need Trump with $20 says it's over. So now we're 15 into tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for that. There you go. That's another night of barely mentioning that fucking goal and knocking it out. We could be onto something here.
It's very intense.
We could be onto something. Thank you guys for pooling together, and thank you to Gray Duckling.
Thank you, Gray
for
Duckling.
the big drop, if you will. And MSO, you'll get your day in the sun, I promise. And you guys did it on a Monday night football and playoff baseball night.
Who's on tonight?
I can do this. The Chargers are playing.
So Gino's watching intently.
I can't remember. The Chargers are playing the motherfuckers, I believe.
The Lord.
Yeah, they're playing Jesus Christ. Now I want to play Bannerlord.
I don't care. It's fine. I got shit I can do.
We were watching that House of the Dragon today, and we might have to eat our words on House of the Dragon a little bit.
For an episode. I mean, the rest of it, the early parts of that show, we don't have to eat our words.
King with his leprosy, and
I hate watching that. I just wish he'd die already.
But you know what? I think he did. I think at the end of the last one, that was him dying.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think
I don't want to watch that.
But the thing about that House of the Dragon is the first couple episodes, I thought he was a cunt. But, you know, a show gets good when you find a guy to root for, and I think you and I have found our guy to root for.
Damon
Targaryen.
I like Damon.
Fuck yeah, I like that guy. Remember,
it got more interesting after the incest started.
The incest made it good.
I don't know why.
But it's funny because the first couple episodes, you remember watching that show, and you went, Damon's a fucking prick.
Yeah, kind of an ass.
I hate this Damon guy. And then you're like, oh, you know what? This guy's got like a code of conduct. Not everyone may agree with it. He's got like a goal and what he wants to do, and
I stand by it.
I like.
God damn it!
I'm rooting for Daemon Targaryen.
You want to have all the children's with your niece? That's fine.
I
rule
hate
the world.
Yeah, and I hate that. I hate that queen cunt.
I hate her too.
I hate her a lot.
Alicent.
I hate her kids. I hate her dad.
I don't like the king either.
Really? The poor guy's got leprosy.
He's got leprosy. It's straining me to watch him die.
Yeah.
And now he's bothering me.
Pretty sure he
I wish
died.
he'd just kind of kick the bucket.
Did King Viserys die in episode 8? That's what I need to know. There we go. The end of House of the Dragons episode 8 sets up the civil war to come and confirms King Viserys' end. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, thank Christ for that.
Poor guy. Paul Polito, becoming a member for his 11th month, says, Aaron, tell us how uninvolved you are in that comic book situation one more time. Oh, the Eric July thing? Completely not involved.
Oh, okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved at all.
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't.
In that Eric July thing. No matter how shitty of a comic book writer he may be and how crazy he may go on people for just saying he's not very good, I'm not getting involved. It sounds retarded, and I think it's dumb. Wait, what's the...
You want to tell us one more time how dumb you think it is?
Yeah, I think it's really, really stupid. Sandy Squatch wanted the Crescent Mount Coffee shopping link for the Steel Toe Coffee. There you go, guys. CrescentMountCoffee.myshopify.com. There you go, Sandy. The link is right there in the chat. Guys, it is the end of an era. Best Buy is about to stop selling Blu-rays and DVDs after the holiday shopping season. They're done.
This seems like a non-story. Didn't they quit that before?
This story reminds me that a lot of things aren't gone that I thought were gone. Number one, I forgot Best Buy was still around.
I don't go there.
Is like Best Buy hanging in there, like just on the sale of like TVs and washing machines at this point?
They were allowed to stay open during COVID.
Okay.
Because of appliances.
Oh, because they had refrigerators.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how many people you've gone to their house. They're like, oh, yeah, I got a great deal on this refrigerator at Best Buy.
I actually don't know anybody.
Yeah, that's where you
who
get all the
shops
good
there.
deals on refrigerators and washing machines and,
like,
all that shit.
If you want a good deal on TVs, you typically go to like a Sam's Club or Costco and you can find a screaming deal. Even Target sometimes. Hundreds of dollars off Walmart.
I'm a Home Depot man.
For your TVs?
Oh, I thought you meant appliances.
I said TVs.
Oh, okay. I was thinking all appliances. I apologize. Yeah, TVs, I am a Target man. I'm a Target man.
He likes a TCL.
For TVs, I like a good TCL. Tell me that TCL up in our room isn't fantastic.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's a wonderful TV.
I didn't like the last one, though. This
Cheaper-
one's newer and nice.
Cheaper than dog shit.
Stupid cheap.
Retarded cheap. Whereas if you get a really expensive TV, it's almost like, almost expressing insecurity. That's how cheap the cheap ones are.
Well, I brought 2 really big Samsung TVs into this house, and I bought them both on like really, really crazy like Black Friday deals over the years. So I didn't feel bad about those.
I get it. But those TCLs.
Yeah, my Samsungs are kind of old now.
And they're slow.
What the fuck?
Right.
I don't like that.
You got slow ass Samsungs, bitch.
I'm feeling like I've been had.
You know what? When we go to Las Vegas for that Vikings game, if we don't lose our if we come back, if we break,
I'm not buying a new TV.
If we break even, we're gonna get ourselves in. We're gonna update that Samsung.
Which one? No,
you gotta. I think you gotta go 75 inches these days rather than 65.
I don't need a new TV.
I think the kids say you gotta go 75
need a new
inches.
TV. I can think of 300 other things to buy first.
Baldu Gagger 4000 with $2 says, I also like incest inserted into my media. Well,
right?
see,
Isn't that just fun?
Yeah. I think
as long as it's not you.
Look, we're all adults. We're all adults.
I like to pretend they're not related.
Baldu also says, if you have Nick Rekieta on, ask him about the Baldu Gagger. Okay.
I've heard of that before somewhere.
Well, you know what? Let's look him up. Let's look up the Baldu Gagger. You only get this shit here. Baldu Gagger. Everything you need to know about ball gags.
He was talking about this on a Simpcast I was on with him.
He was talking about Baldu Gaggers?
Yeah. Yeah, he totally was. It was such a long time ago, though, I don't remember what it was.
Fair enough. Mike, Skeezy, I was going to say the same thing. Costco has decent deals on TVs every so often.
Yes, that's what I said 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. I thought you said Sam's Club.
I said Sam's Club and Costco.
I don't listen. Michael B says 3 companies make the screens for all the TVs. Buy the cheapest ones. There you go. Walmart smart TVs aren't that bad. Walmart and Target both have pretty good deals. TVs are fucking cheap now. The Mad Hatter says my Samsung from 2018 is already crapping out. I think yours is about from that time.
Which
frame.
one?
2018 Samsung.
No, I had it before then.
Well, shit. Palace Stein, I love that name, says a judge issued a Baldu Gagger on Trump. This is very true. What is it? Baldu Gagger says, no, just Baldu. Okay, here we go. Baldu. Baldu, the world's first ball dildo. What the fuck?
Okay, it's coming back to me now.
Get the Baldu.
I don't like the name. So what does it do, though?
It dildos. That goes
your
up your
balls?
vagina or your asshole. Yeah, is that a ball? Is that a cock ring?
Does it go around your nut?
Single spacer ring. Yeah, that's a cock ring. Stacks with Baldu ball dildo set.
What is
Make
the
your
ball
Baldu
part?
longer for deeper ball sex penetration.
What is a ball sex? What is ball
What
sex?
the fuck is ball sex?
Look at there's little ball sacks at the bottom. That was so cute. Look at them.
Oh, they're little nuts.
I want to know, is there like an education video?
I don't know if I can show this on YouTube.
Probably not. Can you click on like the Vibaldo?
That's what I'm on.
Or click on the green one.
So you put the rings. Oh, you put the rings on the bottom of the Baldu, and then you can go deeper into your butthole or vagina with them. Isn't that lovely?
I don't own any toys. This is all very confusing.
This is all just.
Have you had one?
I've never had toys. No.
Have you ever been with somebody who had toys? Did they ever try to like introduce them?
They had those little mini vibrators.
Those are fine, right?
With the AA batteries in them. You know what I'm talking about?
AA batteries?
They're just the little tiny, they're like that tall.
A bullet?
bullet.
A bullet vibrator?
A bullet.
I've always wanted one of those.
They had a bullet, and they kind of brought that into the...
Did you like it?
I never...
Not on your butthole or
I didn't
anything?
put a bullet on my butthole, no. Never.
I kind of want to get one now. See if you like it.
Baldu Gagger with $2 says, ask Nick about it. He may give you one. I don't want a ball. I don't.
Hot damn.
I don't want
Come
one.
on.
I'm okay.
He's afraid he's going to like it.
I don't need to shove anything up my asshole. Ever.
What if we just tickle the lips?
No. Absolutely not. I agree with Palace Stein. It says, whatever happened to a nice big cucumber to do the trick?
They break and get stuck in there, and then you have to go to the emergency room with a cucumber in your anus?
April, you weren't actually supposed to answer him.
Well,
that was a rhetorical question.
I just wanted you to know that.
I don't believe he was actually asking what's wrong with an old cucumber. I think he was, more just talking.
Do you peel it first, because some cucumbers, if you don't get the hydroponic ones, have those sharp little nubs on them.
Sure.
You don't want to peel it first.
You don't want the little warts on
They're
the
not
cucumber.
warts.
Little bumps. Yeah. John Hahn says sexual bullets are fun. Real life bullets are picky. Yeah, you don't want to use real life bullets as a sex toy. SH says do it for science, Aaron. Well, since you put it that way.
Yeah, we don't have to tell anyone.
God. Loaded Wrench says my girlfriend has a stove plug in on hers, 240 watts, sets off car alarms.
What the fuck, you guys?
They need a lot of amps at that house to plug in her tools, unfortunately.
Wow. Gotta up the electric bill.
I suppose so. Actually, he knows that she's masturbating when the lights dim in the house.
The lamps flicker.
You just hear, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, man.
It surges.
It sounds like she's taking a grinding wheel to her clit. She's like, sparks start flying from her pussy. And he's just like, Jesus Christ, are you dead down there? What the fuck is your problem?
What did you do to that thing? You have to sit on like a vibrating railroad track at some point.
Shoving a railroad spike up your pussy, just going, oh, now I can feel it. And you're like, what did you do to that thing in your young age?
Were you sodomized with a chainsaw?
Did your uncle shove a stick of dynamite up there and just set it off?
Tannerite.
What the fuck happened to your pussy?
God damn it.
Jesus. You sodomized with Kalashnikovs by ISIS? What the hell happened to your vagina?
I want to announce before it goes on to, by the wayside, Sandy said she ordered her first steel toe coffee, and it's going to change your world. It's delicious.
If I could copy Ed from Ed, or if I could copy Michelle. There you go.
Wait, are your armpits hairy?
Nice and cool, and it's got that creaminess as it goes down your throat. I love it.
Exactly, Ed. I agree.
Are you a real woman?
Baldu Gagger says April says that like she has had experience with that. Yeah, you set yourself up on the cucumber thing. Would you like to clarify whether or not you've ever shoved a cucumber up your vagina?
No, I didn't mean for it to come off that way. I've never shoved a food item up my vagina.
Perfect.
No.
NF Cap says, I just love when Aaron doesn't know anything about stuff, but just runs with it like he's an expert. Great comedy. Which one?
It is true.
I don't know anything about butt plug dildos shoved up your asshole.
Well, I will go shopping
I'm not
for us.
No, I'm not ashamed of that fact.
I've always wanted to see what was in that Pure Pleasure store, so...
Everything okay with Johnny? No show this afternoon.
He said he needed a personal day and he'll be back tomorrow.
Well, then it's good that we had to switch days this week. It just kind of worked out that way. Yeah, Johnny's going to be on Wednesday and Thursday. Chrissy's going to be here on Friday. We had to switch these two because April has to go pick up Lila and Chrissy at the airport.
Yeah, those slags.
Those whores.
Slagathors.
Can't say that about Chrissy anymore. She's pregnant.
That means she took all the cream pies, a.k.a. whore.
That's true, yeah.
I'm just kidding, Chrissy.
She took a shitload of cream pies. That's how
you.
she had a kid. She kept taking loads from Frank.
I don't like that you pull up her picture while you're saying that. I don't want to look at her picture while we're talking about her this way.
The tickets to see Chrissy and Lila are in the chat. You can go to Eventbrite and see that. By the way, more orders coming in during the show tonight. Thank you guys very much. About 40 tickets left.
Skeezy says make sure that your tetanus shot is up to date if you're going to use a railroad spike.
Yeah. You don't want to catch anything from a railroad spike in your cunt. Yeah, if you take a look at Chrissy, I don't know if you know this, but just to get the visual, Frank has been dropping loads in there.
Stop it.
For the last few months to make a baby.
That is my friend.
So now you got to wonder, is Lila going to, take some hot ones from Eric? And then she's going to be having a baby.
Keanu's next for sure, right?
Chino's just dumping.
How's Keanu gonna like take a break from White Claw long enough?
Oh man, that OnlyFans will kill if she's pregnant. People are into that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People like knowing women were abused with men's sperms.
Yeah, they like the idea that another man's seed is growing inside of their belly. That's something apparently they're into on OnlyFans. So I hear. Michael B says Johnny couldn't be there today. He had a marathon to run.
Michael.
Well-trained house Negro says, I got a piece of cucumber stuck in my ex's butt. She popped a squat on the bed and rimmed her cornhole with one finger and caught it in the same hand like a pro.
And then he says, I miss her.
John Hahn says, Chrissy Cream Pie Pellegrino. That's what they call her in the biz now. Of course.
Ugh. I am not up next, Loaded Wrench.
Mad Joe says, oof, Jasmine OnlyFans got me messed up.
Yeah, she's fucking hot.
What's her name?
Jasmine Jafar.
Jasmine.
I think is her name.
Jafar. So, what's the Corey trick on this?
Yeah,
you gotta go,
she was smoking hot.
Here, you got to find the screen name.
I just had to make sure it wasn't up here.
Here you go. You got to...
She's just got a really pretty face, too, which makes everything better. She's Persian.
All right, so you go... Here's the Corey thing.
She was really smart, too. That's the thing about me. I like a nice smart hottie.
You like a smart girl, do you?
Oh, God. Wow.
Okay, I can't put that up there.
That was a lot. That was aggressive.
Is she take... Whoa.
That is way more than I was ready for.
I did not know she was doing that on there.
Well, what do you think she does?
I thought she was by herself.
That's how Aaron was hoping she was.
She's
like, I just really hope you're alone tonight. So I can just...
She's with the dudes.
God, everything is smooth. Fucking hell. Those are real. They're fucking a couple hot air balloons. They're huge.
Oh, my. That's...
She is remarkably hot.
Chrissy keeps that stuff inside.
Don't you?
Oh, Jesus. I almost did the wrong thing. I meant to close that down, and I almost put it up on the... Yes.
I instantaneously burst into sweat.
Sorry.
You piece of ripe shit.
That was almost a very unfortunate slip-up on my end.
Aaron has a huge boner right now.
Thank you for calling it huge. I appreciate that.
It always is.
I think it's a solid size. But thank you for... I'll take huge. I'm a humble guy.
Yeah, everybody in this chat really thought you had a small dick.
I got a good dick. It's not a great dick. I don't think it's massive, but April thinks it's big, so we're going to go with that.
It's about as big as his ego, guys.
Rexdart parody account with $5 says, just wanted a little poke, then the damn cucumber broke. Had to take an Epsom soak. Those were the days. Oh, sorry. Let me do that all in the family style. I just wanted a little poke. Then the damn cucumber broke. Had to take an Epsom soak. Those were the days. Thank you. Thank you. Well-trained house Negro says, for the love of God, what's the OnlyFans screen name?
Her name is Jasmine Jafar. It's Jazmen.
There. I can't put OnlyFans links.
Yeah, we can't put a link. No link.
I can't put OnlyFans links in the YouTube chat. So there you go. It's right there. That's the name.
Hold
you guys
on.
can do with that what
Somebody
you
in
like.
the chat just alleged April just had her Stuttering John scat porn moment.
Nice piss your pants moment, meaning you said I almost pissed my pants.
I did almost piss my pants. You almost put her fucking balloon tits.
With jizz on them.
With cum and dick and shit and piss everywhere.
That was, and it literally was it was just me, because I was looking at pictures, and usually when I'm doing that on the show, I have to turn them off on Chrome. So I went to turn it off on Chrome.
Yeah, but you went to turn it on, technically.
Which would have, remember when we did that with the country?
The butthole on Savage Thoughts?
No, it was the country music rapper girl, the whore. And we had her.
The blonde.
Yeah, we had her like fuck pictures
the
up.
Lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we had to kill the stream right away and restart
God,
it.
I miss her. I would.
What was her name?
She was really hot.
Because she was really obnoxious, too. Like, her music was fucking dog shit.
If she could just keep her goddamn mouth shut,
country
I'd be all about
rap woman artist. What's
She's
her
blonde.
Katie Knoll. That was her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Katie
That's the
Knoll.
If you could just put a ball gag in her mouth.
If you could just make her not talk. Here.
Look, I'm not into girls per se,
Of
but
course. By the way,
very pretty.
by the way, of course she does. Of course she does.
Why wouldn't she?
Why wouldn't she?
I came to this like thinking to myself last night, thinking about Jasmine after Simpcast. I'm like, she's remarkably hot. She is so smart. And like, why wouldn't you? If it pays the bills, why not?
See, now Katie Knoll, she just does a solo deal. Oh, maybe not.
No, she
I lied about the solo deal, guys. Sorry about that. God, I keep going to turn off the photos.
God, I'm like into that look of her for some reason.
White trash. You're into white trash.
I don't know.
That's what it is.
It's retarded.
All right, guys, let's go to some of you apparently need medicine. So I'm going to take you to get your medicine here.
I'm warm.
Real quick. Rite Aids are shutting down. They're going bankrupt.
Is there a wrong AIDS? Really?
Right. Well, yeah, there is. The one that Freddie Mercury got. That is the wrong AIDS.
No.
There is one very, very wrong AIDS, both medically and in the eyes of God. There is a wrong AIDS.
Okay.
Rite Aid is filed for bankruptcy, and the reason why is lawsuits over opioid distribution. So I don't know how they have to like go bankrupt and have all these lawsuits. Meanwhile, like you got Walgreens, you've got CVS. What is it about Rite Aid? Oh, they were filling thousands of illegal opioid prescriptions.
Well, they're just fun then. Did somebody really have to tattle?
But you know what pisses me off is that these opioids are killing so many people. And
so does meth.
Rite Aid has to go out of business for filling the prescriptions, but yet, and look, I know the answer. I'm not an idiot, but like we never go after any of the pharmaceutical companies that are selling this poison that are killing people.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
I know. I understand why. It's just frustrating that Rite Aid has to go away, but these other, like Pfizer and these other companies, they don't have to face any issues. They don't have to face any backlash about these drugs that are killing people. Meanwhile, the pharmacy that didn't make the drugs,
well,
they filled the prescription. They're going to have to shut down.
Those companies can say, well, if taken with the correct prescription in the right dosage, they don't kill people. It's not my fault that they abuse that.
In addition,
they can say that.
Well, yeah, I mean, they could, and all the people that you've paid to look the other way when you say that will look the other way.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to declining sales, Rite Aid is facing literally thousands of lawsuits from local, state, and federal governments because of their alleged filling thousands of illegal opioid prescriptions. Someone is finally paying a price for helping to fuel the opioid crisis. The company also appointed a new chief executive, Jeffrey Stein. What?
I didn't say anything.
I'm not getting involved.
You shouldn't.
I'm not getting involved.
Don't choose sides.
To lead its restructuring, Mr. Stein is the founder of Stein Advisors, a financial advisory firm that focuses on fixing troubled companies. Elizabeth Burr had been serving as Rite Aid's temporary chief executive since January. See, when you're facing thousands of lawsuits and your company's circling the drain and you're about to go bankrupt, you have a lot of CEOs in a short amount of time. Because basically what's happening is the guy who was in the PR department gets bumped up to CEO, and he stays there for a couple months so he can pad his resume and fuck off and go get a job somewhere else. Because he's like, this company's dying. But at least if it's a dying company, I can become CEO for a couple of months.
Sure.
Use it on my resume.
It's on your resume now.
And I can go to a better company.
It's not your fault they went bankrupt, right?
Precisely. They didn't go bankrupt on my watch.
Nope.
NF Cap says Rite Aid went bankrupt in like 2001 also. They closed like half their stores that time, including in my town. I actually didn't know they were still around.
No, that'd be like telling me there's a Radio Shack somewhere. I'm like, right. Aren't they gone?
Michael B says Big Pharma did pay billions in fines after they made tens of billions in profits. It is funny that like you look at like the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And you see the government, our taxpayer dollars funded every single dime of developing that vaccine for Pfizer, and they have kept every single ancillary profit. ever since. It's just a wonder. I mean, if your deal, if
Maybe
you,
they
if
just
you're,
got a good racket going.
yeah, if you're Pfizer, I kind of feel like I'm Aldo Rain in Inglourious Bastards, where I'm like, yeah, that deal you fancied for yourself where you get to keep all the profits. Damn fine deal. I'd take that deal. Udovich, would you take that deal? I'd take that deal. Damn right. Hell of a deal.
I mean, yeah, at some point, it's almost like our bitching and moaning isn't doing anything, and they're just really smart.
Yeah. You guys have paid off all these dipshit, corrupt pieces of shit.
They made the right moves.
And
for
yeah,
them.
and you basically you have to look at the drug companies and go, look, I hate you, but you did win the game. Like
I lost the game.
You did come out of this thing on top. Congratulations, guys. All right, we have time for one more, I think, and it's the South Park story, which I'm really happy with.
Oh my God.
The world has gotten almost too ridiculous for South Park.
Huh. This is great.
Flex with $2 says, my son Aaron said, thank you, April. They must have got their stuff.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
They must have got their merch.
You're welcome, son.
Gotta get that new merch order in. I know it's not the biggest one in the world.
God, we've been so busy, I completely forgot about it.
It's not a big one.
That's
but
my fault.
We gotta get that in.
It's big enough.
Yeah.
Okay, tomorrow, all the remaining certs that I have, the certificates are going out, and a merch order is going in.
Jesse Esparza says, what's up, motherfucking Steel Toe Show? How you doing? We're doing pretty well. We're just wrapping it up here. The audience was very generous with us tonight. We're $20 into tomorrow and couldn't be happier.
I got to shop for Baldos after.
we gotta get our...
what color would you like?
Gray. To match my mood when it goes into my asshole.
Yeah, but when it gets poopy, it's going to be weird.
Look, it's never going to be not weird when it's poopy.
Speaking of vibrators.
I'm telling you right now. South Park has an episode coming up where they're basically making fun of the Marvels and DCs of the world for like trying to get representation of absolutely every single group of people.
Yep.
Even if it's in things where it doesn't really make sense to have representation.
Oh, like House of the Dragon? Sorry.
Right. The
I'm
Black
cranky.
Targaryens is retarded. It's the dumbest thing.
Very cranky about that.
You're just like, you guys shoehorned that in there because it's very evident, like you shoehorned that in there because people complained that there weren't enough black people in Game of Thrones. So you just threw in Black Targaryens, which don't exist.
What if there just weren't black people there?
Right? There just weren't. Like if you were to do a show about medieval Europe, you wouldn't have a lot of Mexicans.
You don't say.
It just wouldn't have them. Mad Joe with $7.99 says we were never going to manage good and evil without God.
This is true.
Balls Deep gifting a membership to John Hahn. Thank you very much. You guys are 25 into tomorrow morning. Somebody wants to just knock out the rest of tomorrow. Xbox 360. Xbox 360.
Somebody said many sons are thanking April.
Oh,
God.
Don't jack off to my wife, please.
Or just do and don't say anything.
I don't
ever want to know.
Look, I can't stop you, but I don't want to.
Jack off to him. That's who you should be jacking off to.
You lucky devils. All right, let's check out this South Park thing. South Park has, this isn't a new episode. They're doing these new exclusive event nows. We're almost done, guys. We're running out of time.
These really exclusive event nows.
They're called exclusive event nows. They're doing these exclusive events now where they have these mini-series. You know, like the COVID one.
That was fun.
Yeah, the streaming wars. And now they're doing this one on Paramount Plus. I like what South Park's doing, where they're just kind of taking advantage of the streaming service and kind of exploring that space.
Fucking it.
Yeah, rather than like 30-minute episodes on Comedy Central and just doing that season after season. They're like, no, let's fuck around with the streaming stuff and make like 1 hour and 20-minute things, like not movies necessarily, but longer than regular episodes. I like that. And let's see what their latest offering has.
A new exclusive event with all your favorite South Park characters. There's Cartman.
I had explosive diarrhea all night.
So we've got a black woman Cartman.
Stan.
Dude, school is going to be so awesome today.
Butter.
I think I saw this on In Hot Water. This is great.
Oh, hamburgers.
And oh my God, they killed Kenny.
I like big boobs. How does this even make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think the problem is you. South Park, new exclusive.
So we're watching that, right?
I love when they make Kyle, like Kyle's like this like reality-based Jewish kid.
Mm-hmm.
And like Kyle a lot of the time he's meant to represent the audience.
Yeah.
Like the people who watch this comic book shit where they're like, we have to have a trans black Superman or whatever. And like Kyle's the voice of like the average American where they're like, dude, this doesn't even make sense. We don't need to do this. This isn't necessary. And then the principal is like the psychotic 3% of the population that goes, well, maybe you're just a bigot and you're the problem. And you're like, you're not going to get me to budge on this one. This looks stupid. There's no reason to do this. The amount of black trans people begging to be Batman was not big enough where this needed to be done.
But that's the fun part.
I suppose.
Come on.
I always forget about the fun part.
I prefer the fun part.
Which is where they ruin a very classic property and brand just so they can jack themselves off at a diversity meeting.
The old stuff's better anyways.
Mr. Nagel says the South Park setup at New York Comic-Con was a waste of time. All things about old episodes, nothing about what these exclusive events were about. That is stupid. That's the thing you need to be promoting now.
Right, we've all seen the old stuff.
By the way, Mr. Nagel, received it today. Thank you very much. We appreciate you having us fill in for the boss man. A pleasure, and you know you can count on us anytime. It was a hoot. And you know, Gino and I, without even trying, are like the best heat magnets in the world. You get a great show between the two of us, a very funny show, but then also you get all this attention on you because for some reason there's these people, and I think it has to do with the girlfriends and wives. You have all these people who think Gino and I are the goddamn devil and should burn in hell.
Yes, all of your girlfriends and wives.
No. I mean like you and Keanu.
Oh.
I mean, me with you, him with Keanu. And it's just, we're like the pro wrestlers that come out and go, yeah, if you were to give this country an enema, you'd stick the hose in Pittsburgh. Copyright Bret Hart. And then they all just, boo, fuck you, you piece of shit. I kind of dig it. I like it. Balls Deep says it was a lot of fun. Oh, it was a ton of fun. I love doing shows with Gino. I do prefer being in studio with Gino. That part, yeah, that.
Hey.
When April does it, I'm fine with it. When
How
Gino
you
does it.
doing?
No, it's more like this. Sit down here. I'll show you what it is.
I have no seat.
I'll show you. Bring your chair over. I'll show you what Gino does.
I have to. How does he get this close?
Yeah, it's unnerving.
I gotta.
Okay, there you go. Show your snatch to the world. Perfect.
I have pants.
So, Gino does this. He goes, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? How's it going, buddy?" That's a Gino move. All right, I'm getting out of here. That's actually, I don't know why the tickling bothered me. But it was. Probably because I'm fat.
It's warm over here.
I know, it's hot. All right. Are we done? Because I'm pinching.
Are you going to play Bannerlord?
I should. Do you have clothes to fold or something?
I do have coals to fold.
Coals to fold.
I'm shopping for Baldos.
You know, we're clearly out of time because I can't speak anymore. I'm like a machine. I shut down when there aren't enough quarters in it.
I should sit here more often.
All right,
I feel
guys.
like I'm the center of attention.
I'm fucking out of here. I'm bothered. All right. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm playing this for you, and then I'm leaving for the night. Good night, everybody. Back again
I've been
tomorrow.
sucking my hoe, sucking all day. Overtime hours for being real gay, so you can see that I'm queer. So throw me a parade, pipe that hole and blow my homies away. I'm so damn gay, and I don't want boobs. The penis for me, the penis for you. Wish I could fuck some butt in a room full of dudes till I just living in the gay world. I'm a homo. These gay men are from gay men. Lord knows they all just wanna have their way with my hoe. Pussy clean and don't stink. Wanna blow on some dudes till the cream starts to flow. And I don't want some boobs, cause the pussy ain't shit. Come and grab my rear end. I love man's ass. I love man's ass.
I love this song. This is my kind of music. I can listen to this sort of stuff all day. Just a guy with a beard.